Sportsnet Studios World Headquarters in Spring, Texas, it's Barry on Deck, hosted by former ESPN Houston radio host and stand-up comedian Barry Laminack, starring Oliver the Cat. Written by Barry Laminack, produced by Barry Laminack, directed by, you guessed it, Barry Laminack, featuring sports, entertainment, special guests, film sessions, and some drinking. Okay, a lot of drinking. Viewer discretion is advised. And now, here's your host, Barry Laminack.
What's up, you damn dirty deckheads? Welcome to Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Today is a Wednesday, November 9th, 2022. And this is episode number 573 of Barry on Deck. What is this? Entertainment. What is this? I don't understand. What? Hello. Hey, welcome to the program. Welcome to the show. Sorry about yesterday, cats and kitties, family, and friends. Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug in this life we call streaming. I don't know. Stuff went down, just didn't work. The PC was not cooperating. The software was not cooperating, but we're back and we're good. And we've rebuilt and we're back better than ever. And yes, we're streaming again, both on YouTube and on Twitch for the first 30 minutes of the show. So if you're joining us on YouTube, make sure before the 30 minutes is up, which will be at, another 28 minutes or so. Make sure you hop on over and follow us and watch twitch.tv/Barry on Deck. Of all days not to stream, right? That was I wish that I would have had the software problems on Monday, because then I could have watched the parade if I so chose to. But no, instead it decided to do it on Tuesday, election day. I didn't even have to go vote because we early voted, but it was not fun. But we're back, and the good news is we didn't lose all the shit. I didn't have to recreate everything that I use on here, so that was the good news. But we got a lot to get to because we didn't get to it yesterday. Feels like 2020 in this house, says Truck Driver Pookie over on YouTube. Yeah, we will be we'll be doing this experiment for 2 weeks, I think. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. Just trying to do my part, helping out Twitch. They asked for volunteers, and you know me, I'm the corporate guy, always trying to do my part. So we're doing the experiment. So shout out to all 2 of you that got the notification on the YouTubes. And by the way, shout out to Titan Hugo listening on Podbean. So we do have a ton to get to. We didn't get to all the NFL on Monday. We absolutely did not cover all the games that I wanted to cover. So we got to discuss that. The college football playoffs week 2 edition is out. We got to talk about the big winners and the big losers. And, the narrative has been, is Bama done? Is Clemson done? I mean, we could pretty much just end the show. Yes. Good night. See y'all tomorrow. But we still have plenty to talk to. I know some of you do your own rankings. Tiger Stripe sent me his and was like, check it out. And I was like, that's interesting. Now, I don't want you all to send me your rankings. I say this with the most amount of love and sincerity that I can. I don't care about your rankings. I mean, there's hundreds of you, right? And if all of you sent me your rankings, it would be ridiculous. But I don't care about them individually on the internet, but I care about them in the chat. So that's what I want to know. I want to know, we're going to see, I want you guys, when we get to it, not now, assholes, not now, but when we get to it, I want you to give me your top 4 or maybe your top 6, and we'll see what order you have those in. So, Reese's, I would agree with that, Virginia Buttonweed. So we're going to do that as well. We got NFL, we got NBA, all kinds of stuff. I got your sports headlines for you. We got a birthday that we didn't get to, that we have to get to as well. And hey, Potch, thank you for resubscribing, buddy. Ooh, our sub baby is full term. That's right. I hope our sub baby doesn't come out redheaded. I say that out loud. I didn't mean that like that. I mean, I didn't Hey, Steve-O, thank you for the 2 bits as well, buddy. And shout out to Nick Ham for the follow and to One Deep for the follow yesterday. Appreciate you guys. And also shout out to Danielle Freak, who gave this fine show a shout out 2 days ago when we rated him. Steve-O, thank you for the 1 bit, buddy. All right, here we go. Tons to get to, a lot to discuss. AR Platinum's over there. Yeah, hey, listen, AR, just so you know, this is experimental. I'm working with Twitch. It's a 2-week thing. They want me to go live on YouTube for about 30 minutes and then try to usher everybody over to the Twitch channel and see how that works as a way to get more. So we'll see. With your jeans, it would be a raggedy bitch. Well, yeah, that's true. It's gonna be a redheaded, no-souled, inbred, raggedy bitch. That's a damn shame for that baby. So, like I said, we got a lot to do. We got headlines we didn't get to yesterday. I still didn't give you your NFL injury updates, so we'll do those. I've got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 10 of them listed, including what's going on with Josh Allen and Adam Thielen and Jonathan Taylor, Ezekiel Elliott, all them cats, Mark Andrews, Deebo Samuel, Jamar Chase. We'll get into all that. We'll finish up week 9, like I said, college football, plus some other stuff, and whatever you guys want to talk about. So let's do that. But before we start the show, we always begin with our chat, which if you're new to the program and don't know, Miggy, thank you for the 100 bits, my friend. Happy birthday to you, Miggy. It's his birthday every day, guys. If you haven't picked up on that yet, if the chat's going to start going crazy, oh, happy birthday, make it do a shot. It's a bit. But we always start the show with the chat, which is shout out to the chat. It's not the past tense of shit. It is shout out to the chat. So we want to do that. I see John Dory was in. I don't believe John was the first. It looks like, oh no, maybe. Well, at least since I launched Twitch, it is or was. So John Dory's the greatest deckhead in the history of the world, at least for the next 2 hours. And then it's just back to old regular raggedy ass John Dory after that. But I appreciate you getting here early, my friend. Mark G, what's up? I like that Mark and I had a civil, we had some civil discourse about the greatness of Justin Fields on the Discord. It was good talk, and civil as should all discussions in politics and sports be. And thank you for the welcome back, John Dory. I appreciate that. What's up, Perry? Good to see you. Jared Taylor, what's happening, my pimp? Steve-O, wasn't first, but you were close, buddy. Vince Not Diesel, what's happening, fam? Good to see you as well. I saw a picture of you hanging out with, was it Potch? Or who were you hanging out with here in Houston, Vince? Vince was down hanging out, so that was dope. Tiger Stripes, speaking of, what's up, man? I missed you guys too. Thank you very much. Memesters, what's up, Mimi? Thank you for being here, sweetie. AJB, Aaron J. Bryan in the building. My sweet Donna is here. The gang is back together. Yes, it always feels weird when I miss. You know, it always, like, don't get me wrong. Sometimes this job can be exhausting and burnout is a real thing. And it seems to happen more frequently for me now. But when I don't stream, it's just a weird day on the days I'm supposed to. Now, I'm really enjoying having the Fridays off to get shit done, both personally and business-wise. But if I miss a Monday through Thursday now, it feels super icky, super weird. So don't think that it's like, oh, thank God I don't have to go to work today. Not true. What's up, Yurio Villanueva? Good to see you, my friend. FJ, how you doing, fam? Who else is here? VB, flu shot needle extra long this year. That's what she said. I hate you. I didn't think it was extra wide. Extra long. I went to CVS to get my flu shot and is it the 4th COVID shot? Yeah, because it was 2 and then a booster and then another booster. And I went and got them on the same day. And I got to tell you, I don't know. I might have just been their little outbreak monkey. Like, they're testing shit on me. I have no idea because they had no idea what they were doing. I show up and they're like, oh, what are you here for? And I was like, I need to get my COVID and my flu shot. And they were like, what? COVID? I fill this out. I filled all the shit out. And they did it all up. And then they were like, you're getting your first COVID. I was like, no, I'm getting like my 4th COVID. They were like, but you're getting a COVID? I was like, yeah, I'm getting a COVID. I need my, like, what? Yes. And they're like, okay, let us see the paper. Do you have your card? And it was a mess. And then I sit down after they get it all figured out. I'm like, okay, I'm probably going to get the wrong thing. I'm going to get some Johnson & Johnson bullshit, or I'm going to get a monkeypox vaccine or some shit hepatitis or shingles. I don't know. So we sit down, they give me the, and I asked Nora what it should be, and she texted me the right one. And she said, and so they get that, they're like, okay, well, you're done. I was like, no, I'm supposed to get that in the flu. They were like, oh, you're supposed to get the flu shot? I was like, oh my God, I don't know what is wrong with you people. Oh, yesterday was your actual birthday, Miggy? Well, my bad, bro. Happy birthday to you for real, then. That's hilarious. My bad, pimp. That's so funny that we didn't stream on your birthday. That's hilarious. But yeah, I did get the shot. So good for you as well for getting it, VB. Everybody needs to get a flu shot. Whether you believe in COVID or not, I don't give a fuck at this point. But I'm just telling you, go get a flu shot. I know you believe in the flu, which is super ironic to me. You'll believe in one and not the other. But just go get a flu shot. That'll help out immensely, and I don't want you guys dying from the flu. Hey, what's up, Cisco? Hi from High. How are you, buddy? Robert Likes Beers in the building. Robert_Beer. Not likes, just Robert Beer, king of the deckheads. Alex Villanueva is here. Spoon, what's up, pimp? I still don't get that, but good to see you. I still owe you a video. I'm just the worst. Take it up with my therapist, okay? Mickey, what's up, man? And happy birthday to my friend. I hate when I joke bombs. Yeah, well, welcome to my life. Stephen Luther, how are you, my friend? Poncha's here. I mentioned SVG. What's up, pimp? And who else is here? Flip. Howdy, my dude. How are you? Who else we got? Alan Denson is here. Nightbot, you raggedy bitch. Potch is in the building. And who else am I missing? I know I'm missing somebody. I got 2 more pages of this shit. I saw CC's name fly by. What's up, One Deep? What's up, Mr. Reyes? AR Platinum. Hey, it worked, right? You got a little notice. You came over from YouTube's. Good. I'm glad. Welcome. By the way, y'all, I'm surprised AR Platinum is here simply because he's a big-time YouTube star, and they don't usually slum with us. So, what's up, Mark G? Who is Justin Field? I said Justin Fields. Who else? I met Clarence, too. He scared me. Yeah, Clarence says big old titties. What's up, Jen? Good to see you, sweetie. Thank you for being here. Did I get everybody? Mark G, I got, yeah. Who else? Rudy Rob, what's up, pimp? Sanitize, wash hands, social distance. Back the up. And CC, you are pretty tiny, Phoebe. Oh, ow. What's up, CC? Who else? I think, oh no, Keith Sager, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Thank you for being here. And there you go. We are through the list of, I think I got 6 shout outs. Okay. Well, you know what? I can't remember everybody all the time. All right. There's like already 5 pages of shit that I got to go through. So sometimes you're going to get it twice. That's not what she said. Don't start that shit. That's above my pay grade. All right, let's get to our sports headlines. Let's roll. What's up, McLovin? You just popped in time, my friend. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for being here. All right, here's sports headlines for today, Wednesday, November 9. Wow, stunning turn of events. Dun, dun, dun. Brooklyn is hiring Jacques Vaughn as their new head coach. They had him as the interim head coach when they fired Steve Nash. And then all hell broke loose in Brooklyn, and then they were dealing with Kyrie and the anti-Semitism thing. And then they were like, well, shit, what do we do? And if they bring in Ime Udoka, and he had the whole scandal with the girl or the female employee. But I think there was apparently more to it where maybe she had asked him to stop and he didn't. He kept trying to get them draws or whatever. GTD. So I think Brooklyn at this point was just in damage control mode, which I think is interesting. We'll see how Jacques Vaughn does. At least he had some coaching experience on the bench for a little while, right? Steve Nash just comes in cold. I mean, you got to be pretty dumb to just hire a guy with no coaching experience other than maybe some high school, right? I mean, that would be this dude. That would be like hiring like, I don't know, like a former player that like played what center for you. Was it Jeff Saturday a center? That's so dumb. Nobody would do that. Wasn't Jeff Saturday a center? I don't remember what he was. Anyways, yeah, Colts doing their best Brooklyn Nets impression. We'll discuss that more here in a minute. Yeah, so Brooklyn hires Jacques Vaughn. I didn't see the terms of the deal. I didn't see like what he got Let me see if they have it in the article. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, damn it. Stop it. Let's see. NBA confirms missed foul on Clay. No one gives a shit. Nets drop interim tag. Here we go. Vaughn promotion comes with a deal through the 2023-2024 season. He's probably not getting paid much. I would be willing to bet. He's probably not getting paid much. But that's going to be interesting. So Vaughn was served as the head coach for the Orlando Magic for 2 seasons. Did anybody else know that? Raise your hand in the chat if you knew that Jacques Vaughn was the head coach of the Orlando Magic for 2 seasons. 2+. What? First of all, I don't give a shit about Orlando Magic basketball, but what? That's insane. Yeah, that's super surprising. So, Jacques Vaughn with 2.5 or 2+ years of head coaching experience. Well, I wonder what his, let's see what his record was. Let's pull it up here. It's going to be on his wiki page, right? It's got to be on his wiki page. Everything's on everybody's wiki page all the time. You know, I thought about getting a wiki page when I was still doing radio. I was like, that would be kind of cool. Maybe it'd help me get some blue check marks on some social media, feel important. And then I started like reading about the shit that goes into a wiki page, and they're like, yeah, you can't, if something bad happens, you don't get to just take it down. Right? So if you get a wiki page, all the good is going to be on there, but so is the bad. I was like, ugh. Yeah, I'm good. All right, here's Jacques Vaughn's coaching history. Let's see here. There's this playing history. Yeah, no shit. Whoever said he's coaching feels old, right, FJ? He came in the league as a player in 97, played until 09. Here's his coaching career. 2+ years in Orlando. He went 20-62, 23-59, 15-37, and was fired. And now Brooklyn's like, yep, that's our guy. That's our guy. You know what we want? We want a guy that wins about, 26% of his games. Yeah, that's our guy. We want a guy that wins 26% of his games. And I know what you're saying. Oh, fear not. He's 7-3. And that was that 2019-2020. He was 7-3. That was okay. Lost in the first round of the playoffs. Dude wins about 28% of his games. That's counting those. So I'm gonna go with more like somewhere in between here. But I guess they felt like, hey, that's our guy. I mean, it feels a little hasty to me if you ask me, and you didn't, but you're here, so I'm gonna give you my opinion. It feels a little like, you know what? Let's just do something. Why not just leave the dude as interim? See how the season plays out. Maybe he makes the playoffs. They make a run. You got your guy. But why give the dude a multi-year deal, even if it is just 2 years? Now you're either going to have to pay the guy if you let him go because he sucks and wins 28% of his games this year, or you got him on a 2-year thing. I just feel like you had all this time. You had already had a chance to get your, do the coaching search and all that. I don't understand. Doesn't make sense. So, Amos said, okay, I'm here. YouTube felt like the last episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Is there nobody over there? Yeah, there's like 4 people. Christopher Mina's over there. I'm out. Feels like Popo's around the corner. This feels like a bad drug deal. Yeah, it's weird. There's 1 concurrent viewer right now on YouTube. We had hit 5. Most everybody's over here, so we'll see how it goes. We got 44 of you over here, so I don't blame you, Amos. I don't blame you one bit. VB says, Sandoval, Jacques is French for... I never heard of it. No, Jacques is French for... Who the fuck is that guy? I had to label the buttons. I messed them up. I mean, that still worked, but I knew Vaughn was the Magic's coach. You the Magic's coach. Trey Mancini, free agent. Yeah, we kind of expected that. What is Sandoval? Why are you saying Astros? Why are you... Yes, Spoon. KU's Jacques Vaughn. Why are you saying Astros? Are you just because you hadn't been here in a while and you were just celebrating with us? I get it. I get it. VB said, fuck the bean, and y'all talk shit about the bean. Bro, there's nobody on the pod bean either. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 people on Podbean right now. Oh, Ron. What's up, Ron? Good day. And Truck Driver Pookie, Chris Reyes, and Titan Hugo. And just so you know, Ron, this is a live stream show on Twitch. So I just do the audio for the folks that drive around and can't watch. And so if you want to watch the show, which I highly recommend, because the Podbean will be going away. So if you want to watch, we do this Monday through Thursday, 2 to 5 p.m. Central Time, twitch.tv/Barry on Deck. Chris Reyes just put the link in there for you. So come on over, say hi, Ron. The water is warm. All right, imagine VB McVay did that already. I don't know what that meant. I'm still partying. Let's go, Saying the phone. Get your party on, fam. All right, more of the sports headlines because they were on the list. Brittany Greiner has been moved to a penal colony. No. She's been moved to a penal colony, and they don't know where she is, actually. They have no idea. The location is unknown. They're worried that she is going to be mistreated because they said basically this is just slave labor. They talked to somebody who was in one of those Russian prison camps. They work you like 8 to 14 hours a day. They don't feed you. They don't give you water. They don't give you clothing. You a shitty place to sleep. It's bad. It's real bad, like horribly bad. And so they're worried about that, and they're worried about her. And they're like, hey, the U.S. has said they're kind of demanding that Russia keep them apprised of where she is at all times. You know, Russia's not going to do that. I mean, they're not going to do that. So it sucks. I mean, I was one of those cats where I was like, listen, you know what? Don't break laws in other countries and you won't get arrested. And I still believe that, right? I mean, I still believe that. Mitch, damn, I feel bad for her. Anyways, the Jets won. I mean, we already acknowledged it, Mitch. Mitch, did you miss the show Monday, Mitch? Obviously you did. Oh my God. All right, Ron. You can go fuck yourself, you stupid fucking idiot. Hey, Ron, fuck you. You dumb fuck. God, I hate that. Oh my God. Ron's over there saying disgusting words on Podbean. Fuck that asshole. How do you clear the chat? Can you clear the chat on the Podbean? See, that's the kind of shit that definitely makes me say it's not worth it. I blocked him already. Thank you for banning him, Truck Driver Pookie. My God, I hate people. I swear to God. Hey, I know. Let's get on an audio-only chat with 4 people and say a bunch of racist shit. Because I have a small dick and no life. I have a small dick and no life. And my name is Ron. And I've probably blown more dudes than times I've been blown. Fucking idiot. Sorry. Excuse my language. God, I hate that shit. Dusty Baker is going to return as manager of your Houston Astros for 2023. 1-year deal. And no word on James Click yet, which I think is kind of interesting. But they're going to bring Dusty back for at least 1 year. I did read that they were going to bring Click back, that they were working on it, so that both of them were going to get a 1-year deal. I'm not sure what Crane is thinking in that regard, right? Like, I don't understand the thought process in that regard. You just won a World Series. You've been to 6 straight LCS games or series. You've won 2 World Series in 5 years. This crew of Click and Dusty has done nothing but exceed expectations across the board since they were both hired. Why wouldn't you give them both a couple of years at least? I mean, I know they're no Jacques Vaughn, but what the hell, you know? I don't get it. So if it was me, I would have signed both of them. I don't know if Crane doesn't like Click or not, and why he only signed Dusty to a 1-year deal. But If it was me, I would have locked them both up for at least 2 to 3 years. I mean, you're going to probably do that for Justin Verlander unnecessarily. Why not do that for the manager that got you there and beloved by the team in the front office and pretty much everybody in baseball? So doesn't make sense. UFC fighter, there's a UFC fight, under investigation after there was some suspicious betting. So there was a fight that was going to take place, and I will get you the, let's see. Let me get the link to the article. I want to read this to you. This is pretty wild, actually. You don't see this a lot in sports. I'm surprised it hasn't happened more in the UFC, but Derrick Henry and Shaylin Nerd and Beat. Okay. Shaylin. I don't know. Nerd and Beat. I don't know how to say this dude's name. There was a stoppage in that fight, but they were kind of freaked out because it said that the odds on Shaylin defeating the underdog Minner moved dramatically in the hours leading up to their fight in Vegas. Bettors were convinced that not only would Shaylin win, but he would do so in the first round. Money poured in on the favorite to win by knockout, and for the fight to last fewer than 2.5 rounds, at which point investigators from the U.S. Integrity Office got involved and started researching and figured out what was going on. They moved the line up. They eventually had to take it off the board because the movement was so suspicious. And lo and behold, 30 seconds into the fight, Minner threw a left kick to Shaylin's body, immediately grimaced and reached for his leg. Shaylin closed in, took him down, TKO stoppage at 107 of the first round. So very suspicious. They're going to look into it. And look, I'm surprised it hasn't happened sooner, especially in that sport. One of the interesting things about that, though, and I didn't know this, but in the article, they talked about it. Bookmakers and bettors who communicated with ESPN had differing opinions on this. It says Joe Odessa, a longtime respected MMA oddsmaker, noted the flurry of interest in the fight and on the fight and was aware of the alerts being sent out to sports books. But where is it? Minner is coached by James Krause. So the guy that lost is coached by James Krause, who is a retired fighter and a known sports bettor who hosts the 1% Club podcast and a popular Discord channel that features his betting tips. Krause did not respond to a request for comment from ESPN. Pretty interesting. What's up, Pig? Is it Venus 90? Appreciate the follow. Hello, Pig. Thanks for being here. Steve-O, thank you for the 69. I like. Thank you for the 69 bits, buddy. I appreciate that. So it just overall, I mean, they're not implicating the UFC on this, but they just think it's kind of funny that this dude who does a lot of gambling is also his fighter, huge underdog. The line moves pretty significantly, and yeah, they're just kind of keeping an eye on it. So more to come on that. I find it pretty interesting, and this isn't an accusation by any stretch that the UFC is involved with it in any way. Wait, there's cheating in other sports. Interesting. Hello. Damn, Reyes, he stole your podcast name idea. What? Oh, Pig Venus. I get it. Big penis. Oh, I get it now. I'm an idiot. Evil Dad said this is modern day Black Sox scandal. Nah, the Astros might have been, but definitely not that. And I do agree with you. Fighter pay in the UFC is still very low. Very, very low. Fighter pay in the UFC is very similar to like wealth distribution in America. You know what I mean? Like the top 1% make most of the money. And I think it's going to come back to haunt them eventually. I've said it before. I'll say it again. We saw with the PGA and the LIV golf tour that there can be times when you could be challenged, right? No one's challenging the NFL. The CFL or anybody else isn't challenging. What's up, Phillip? How are you, Phillip Bernard? Welcome to the show. No one's challenging like the NFL right now. No one's challenging the NBA, but leagues or what's the word I'm looking for? I guess leagues like the UFC and the PGA. It's possible, right? Some of these sports could be challenged. So I think the UFC needs to get their shit together. Dana's being a hard ass about pay, but I think that could come back to haunt them at some point. All right, so there's your sports headlines for the day. Now it's corn. What's up? Kyle loves the corn song. How are you? Where'd it go? NFL injuries. Here you go. We didn't get to this on Monday. We didn't have a show yesterday because of tech problems, so I didn't get to share with you NFL injury news leading into Week 10, coming out of Week 9. And this is all courtesy of, well, I say courtesy of, I get their newsletter because I'm subscribed to them. But footballguys.com sends out a great injury report. So if you want to stay on top of it for fantasy purposes, they've got everybody listed, not just these 10. But I extract some of the info and pass it along to you guys. Don't sleep on the XFL. Pretty much sleeping on the XFL. Private Discord hour. Tomorrow. We're going to do it tomorrow. Well, I don't know. If we get through all the meaty, sports public stuff, then probably so. Hey, by the way, 30 minutes in for all one of you watching over on YouTube, which is Rick. What's up, Rick C? Good to see you, buddy. He said, hey, Barry, been a minute. We are doing some experimental stuff. And one of those things is we go live for about 30 minutes on YouTube when we start the show. But this is a Twitch show. So if you want to join, I'm going to put a link in there for you, Rick. Hop on over and join us in the Twitch chat. We're going to be continuing our discussion of NFL Week 9. Let me see. There you go. We're going to talk about the college football playoffs and the new rankings that are out. I've got 2 film sessions we could get to if we need the content, plus tons of other stuff. Some stats. We still need to talk about Kyrie Irving and all that. So it's going to be a lot of topics that we can discuss. So join us because this YouTube stream is ending. I appreciate you being there for those that showed up and are playing along with the experiment. But we'll see you guys tomorrow for the first 30 minutes of Barry on Deck on YouTube. But it is a Twitch show. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Later. Save the bean. Shut up, truck driver Pookie. All right. So YouTube is finished. Podbean is up. And okay. Oh, here's another headline. I didn't really put it on the regular headlines, but it says Houston Texans expect Brandon Cooks to return to practice. He missed the game check and he was like, hold on, how much? What? Biggest issue that prevented any potential trade involving Cooks was his 2023 contract, which is set to pay him $18 million. Cooks was present on Wednesday's practice, but didn't physically participate. He leads the Texans with 354 yards receiving. I wonder how much his game check was. I wonder how much his little hissy fit cost him. Let's go see if Spot Track has it. SpotTrack.com. Let's see. Brandon. Let's go, Brandon Cooks. And he spells it wrong. He spells it Brandin. I've seen DEN and DON. I rarely see DIN. Sandoval. Let's go, Roughnecks. I had a dream that JJ Watt is the owner of the Roughnecks. That's interesting. Barry, any worry Jim Crane takes control like Jerry Jones? That's a really good question, VB. I think it's a good question and a legit discussion. And I think he did in a way after the cheating scandal. I think before that, he was kind of, hey, let's be judicious with the money, but let's win because winning puts butts in seats. And, who doesn't want to have 50-11 ring nights? I got to say, by the way, side note, squirrel moment. That was the very first thing I thought of when they won their second World Series. I was like, oh, get ready. Here comes 3 more years of ring nights. It's like baseball Groundhog Day. Astros win a World Series, 3 more years of ring nights. I was just like, oh, shit. Those drive me insane. This is the stupidest shit ever, but whatever. Yeah, so we get ready for more ring night. I wonder if they'll do like 2 rings. You know what I mean? 2 chains. Anyways, no, you're not first, Crystal, but I still love you. You're first in my heart. It's a good question, VB. And I don't think he'll be as bad as Jerry, but I think he's actually right to be overly cautious and a little more hands-on than he may normally have been based on the cheating scandal. I mean, that was a blow that's going to take decades for this organization to recover from. This is not something that, well, they won a World Series. Everyone can shut up now. That's just not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. So, yeah, I think it's a great question. And I think that he absolutely will be and continue to be more hands-on than he was prior to the cheating scandal. And I think you have to be. Any good CEO, any good owner, any good company president would be. Because at the end of the day, he's the one that's ultimately in charge and responsible. And so it falls on his shoulders. So I say, yeah, I think he's going to be more so than most people would like. But you know what? If you think about it, since it's happened, it hasn't really hurt that much to begin with. I mean, he's been in that kind of that role. He kind of took over the reins of everything and keeping a much more watchful eye on the organization since it all happened, since he let Jeff Luhnow and AJ Hinch go. So it really hasn't hindered him much. I think as long as you let the scouts scout and the coaches coach and the GM, and you have some say in who they bring in, and, you know, I mean, he got Dusty's opinion on trading Urquidy. We talked about that on Monday. So I don't think we're looking at a Jerry Jones situation. I don't think so. But it's a great question. One should mark that. Maybe I'll one day. I probably won't. I'm going to mark that because I might use that as a social media clip. But they were all different players' rings. I mean, really, it's just so silly to me. I don't know. I mean, if the fans love it, great. But it's just like, good Lord, how many do we need? I mean, I don't know. San Antonio Brahmas. Oh Lord. Flip side of the Astros a dynasty. Yeah, 100%. I said they were a dynasty before they won the World Series. When you make 6 straight ALCSs, that's dominance. That's 6 of the last 10 years. I mean, you look at it, the 2 years prior, they had made the playoffs in 2015. So you got a run of 6 straight ALCSs, 2 World Series in 6 years. You've got, you know, the lineup turnover that those guys have had to endure and not skip a beat and still make it back. 4 World Series appearances, 2 wins. They're 500 in the World Series. That's pretty good. If you're 500 in the World Series, that's pretty damn good. So, yeah, I think this is a dynasty. And I showed you guys the stats on Monday that bear witness to the fact that what they've done over these 6 years is pretty unprecedented. There's not a lot of teams in history that come close to what they've done. Come close. Like, you have to, if you looked at their winning percentage over the last 6 years, the soonest you would find a team in a dynasty to do that was like the 20s or some shit. Like, that's how, and that includes, you know, the Big Red Machine and the Yankees of the 90s and all that shit. So, yeah, definitely. This is a dynasty. I think there's no doubt about it. And anybody that says it's not is just being a hater. That's all. I'm going to go get my replica rings, mind your business. But they were all different player rings. Let's see. Yes, a decade-long blow. Last time I heard about a blow that big and involved. Okay, that's a lot. That's TDP in 713's garage. I just wish you guys would warn me. I wish you guys would be like, hey, this is just internal fodder. Because then I start reading and I'm like, well, that was a waste. Astros winning World Series titles and still being called cheaters is like saying the Falcons win the Super Bowl and they're still called chokers. That's a good point, Evil Death. Very good point. I'll give them bottom half of the dynasty list. You obviously have no idea what you're talking about, Flip. You have no idea what you're talking about. I literally showed you the numbers. Do I still have the slides? I'll put it up again. I mean, for God's sake, I'm going to show you, Flip. This is 100% a dynasty. Where's the numbers at? Here we go. Here we go. Right, yeah, right. This is what a run it's been. Used to by the numbers. There we go. Take a look here, Flip. Take a look here. This is the last 6 years. They've won 62% of their games. They're 215 games over 500, plus 1,167 in run differential. 6 ALCSs, 4 World Series appearances, and 2 wins. And if I found the article, the last time anybody did that, oh shit. Well, I don't have the link anymore. Last time anybody did that though was like the 27 Yankees, bro. Again, you can put them on the bottom of the list. That's just not true. I mean, that's just not true. Those kind of numbers. Now, the Yankees have more World Series. Sure. Yeah, they do. And the Braves made 8 ALCS appearances, but that was back when you just went to the ALCS. You didn't have to go through the wild card round, the divisional round. So we did it all yesterday. I'm not going to rehash it all, but there you go. Sometimes wish there was a different font. Oh, that would be dope. That would be really dope. What does Sandoval say? That's nice. What? Happy National Scrapple Day? What the hell is Scrapple? I have no idea what Scrapple is. Is that Scrabble or Scrapple? What is Scrapple? No, I meant Monday. The show on Monday. What the hell is Scrapple? Gotta look that up. Oh, that's gross. Scrapple is known by the Pennsylvania Dutch name pan tenderloin in English. It's traditionally a mush of pork scraps and trimmings combined. That's disgusting. These pictures look absolutely awful. I mean, this, whoa, way! Reaper Stream, thank you for the sub.
Heck yeah!
Lord Salad subbed. Oh, do we have I think I know what's going on here. I think I know.
Heck yeah!
Someone just give some sub. Look at that, Clarence. You ready, bitch?
Heck yeah!
Steve-O! I knew it! I knew it! Doggone it, Steve-O. Thank you for the gift of subs, homie. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, fam. Steve-O just gave out 5 gifted stubs to the community. Let's see who got them. Let's see. We know Clarence got one, that raggedy bitch. Haunted S. Clarence, Richard Vales got one, Lord Salad's got one, and Reaper Stream got one. Nice. Steve-O, I appreciate you, buddy. You're the man. The man, the myth, the legend, not on a diet. He sure did correct me on that shit quick. Which means, I guess, Steve-O, that means you wouldn't be eating Scrapple. Is it safe to say that Scrapple was not going to be on your... This is disgusting, DJ Maddie. Why do you even know this? Look at this. This is Scrapple, you guys. We eat Boudin, they eat Scrapple. Astros can be a 6 seed and go through a wild card series and can still win the World Series. Yeah. That looks disgusting. What on earth? Look at that. Traditional Pennsylvania Dutch Scrapple recipe. I mean, this looks like how Joel Blank eats a steak. Right? Well done. Throw some ketchup on it. It doesn't even look like a meatloaf. It looks like a meat brick. It does. It just looks like a meat. I don't know. That's just god awful. Oh, look at the what on earth? Look at the ingredients. 1 pork heart. Nope. I'm out. I'm done. Let me go ahead and tap right there. 1 pork heart, 1 pound of meaty pork ribs or bones. 2 pounds of pork liver, 4 cups of roasted meal, 2 tablespoons of salt. You got to be fucking kidding me. That is absolutely disgusting. Jen said Scrapple is gross. My family has pork farms. They make all that shit. Oh, it just sounds absolutely awful. Awful. What's up, Mines? Mine said it's today another NFL day. Mines, we're doing everything today. NFL, college football, NBA, baseball, you name it, we're doing it, pimp. We're not going to sit here to argue about Pascal Siakam, though, okay? Not going to do it. It does look like a prison fruit. It was like this looks like if you needed to smuggle a file into prison, you would do so in a Scrapple. Yeah, that's disgusting. We actually already talked NBA Minds. You missed it. We were talking a little bit about Jacques Vaughn getting the head coaching job at Brooklyn and why that was an odd thing to do. So, wait, no Siakam talk. I'm out. Nice. Reaper Stream, never been here, but now I'm subbed. What the hell? Nice. I don't know, man. Welcome. First of all, welcome to the show. Welcome to the program. Yeah, that was courtesy of Steve-O. He's just handing out subs. So what's up, Reaper Stream? Are you I see that you are a streamer here. Let me, hold on. Let's pull up Reaper stream. We're going to give him a shout out too, just for being here. First time chatter as well. Let's see. Pulling up his stream now. How come I can't get to it? There we go. Are you live now? No, you're not live now. Duh. That would be weird. You were live yesterday. Got it. Live yesterday streaming. Oh, just chatting. You was just hanging out, kicking it. Okay. I dig it. Well, yeah, this is a sports and entertainment show. My name is Barry Laminack. Welcome. Yeah, we talk sports and bullshit and have a good time. I'm a stand-up comedian. Spent 7 years on ESPN radio, had a TV show for 3 years here in Houston, and this is what I do now. I do this and comedy. So there you go. Hey, thank you, a Swedish streamer. Oh, nice. We don't do a lot of Swedish things. I mean, one of my favorite porn stars was Swedish. Who is that white chick with the blonde hair? That narrows it down, right? Am I right? Okay. Oh, what was her name? I can't remember her name. She was hot, though. But I think she was a Swedish porn star. All right, now I got to Google it. Now, all right, chat, don't let me put the browser on screen. We got to Google Swedish porn stars. Oh, what was her name? Hot 100 female porn stars. No, I don't. Can I just get a list without going to Pornhub or something like that? Is that too much to ask? Oh, YouTube has one. The top 7 Swedish porn stars. It started with an S, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. This was 3 years ago. Okay. Can we just do the, here we go. Nope, not Amina. Not Lena. Not Caden Cross. I don't even know who that is. Brooklyn Lee. Ziggy Blue. No idea. Allie K. No idea. They're all blonde. That's so strange. Wonders never cease. Alexandra Stein. Okay. That was, nope. She's old school though. Probably someone named Anna. Yeah, probably true. T Mata enters the chat. Sam! Mark knows. Mark knows. Sylvia Saint. Yes. Sylvia Saint. Oh, that's so funny you knew that, Mark. No, not Puma Swede. That's a good one, though. Inga. No, not Pamela Anderson. She's Canadian. That's hilarious. Mark said, of course I know. Sylvia Saint. Chris said, I like the meatballs. You notice how I refrained from making a meatballs joke, Chris? Low-hanging fruit, buddy. Well, low-hanging meatballs. Too easy. Reaper stream said probably somebody named Anna. That's hilarious, though. Sika Sylvia Saint. Oh, I don't even know who Sika's. Does OnlyFans models count? No, this was old school. He talks sports, but every so often it becomes a brothel. That's hilarious, Minds. Yeah, we do. We run the gamut here, man. This is literally just like an extension of my old radio show, except I can curse and we can cover more topics. Yeah. I mean, we used to do this on the radio all the time. We'd hit some sports. We'd do a bunch of non-sports shit. We'd hit some sports. We'd do a bunch of crazy stuff. So no different now. And yeah, sometimes it does become a brothel. So there you go. And drink. Yeah. And a matter of fact, we got a drink. Hey, Reaper, thank you for the follow, my friend. Much appreciated, pimp. Thank you, man. Let's do it. Can we get a shout out, like the new shout out to Reaper streams? Let me see here. I want to do it right because we have the old Bang SO shout out way, but I want to use the Twitch shout out new system that they have, which is a lot better. Let's see. Shout out Reaper stream. Did I get it right? Yay, only one shout out can be active at a time. Please wait a minute and try again. Damn it. Who did the old shout out? Hey, I followed you back, homie. Appreciate you. Yeah, you guys go give Reaper Stream a follow. I mean, he showed up. He was like, why am I getting a gifted sub? Then he showed up. Then he didn't have to follow, and he did. I appreciate you, fam. Oh, you did, Poch. Did you do the new way? Did you do it the new way? Okay. Good shit, Poch. Appreciate you, fam. That is dope. You never provided the new commands for the mods. It's just / shout out and then the name. So it's just / shout out, Donna. Hey, Fatso, thank you for the 1 bit. I appreciate that. Yeah. So Poch said sorry for yelling. Yeah, don't yell. Okay. I saw this question here. Where did it go? What's up, Dre? Good to see you. Nothing wrong with a little brothel action. I'd rather hear Pascal Siakam talk than Herschel Walker talk. Wow. That was kind of brutal. All right, we're going to do a shot because. Oh, yeah. Jen, did you find it on the Discord? I was like, I forgot to look. But when I told the mods about the new, what's it called? Hey, Fatso, thank you for the 5 bits. Appreciate you. Steve-O changed his name to Fatso. That's hilarious. This is the X is part of my name though, pronounced Repax. Oh, gotcha, Repax. My bad, Repax. I'm glad you said that. A lot of people don't tell me. A lot of people don't like correct the spelling. So I appreciate you doing that. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We got a quick little shout out and a shot. We're going to get to some NFL injury updates. We'll talk some college football. We got Kyrie Irving stuff that we need to discuss. We still haven't gotten to Jeff Saturday. And I got videos. I got the craziest white woman you've ever seen in your whole damn life. This is a super weird video, so we'll do that as well. But before we do all that, ladies and gentlemen, we didn't get to do it yesterday because there was no show because of tech problems. There you go, Donna. You got it right. Let's see. We doing a shot for Beto. Maybe he can run against Mayor McCheese. All right, please no politics, Dre. Oh, God, please. No politics. No, I refuse. I will not allow that in this chat. None. No mentions. None. This is a politics-free zone, buddy. All right, here we go. Let's get it. Hey! What? Okay, I don't know why I did the seal thing. I was a little over the top. Probably shouldn't have done that. Definitely shouldn't have done that. Yeah, even Death is like, oh shit, birthday song? Damn it. Yes, indeedy. Shout out and happy birthday to a dude that's been rocking with us since day one. From the jump, from the get-go. Yeah, it was supposed to be yesterday. Obviously with no show, I wasn't able to do it. But happy birthday to Walt, dude. I hope you had a fantastic day. I hope you got a roadhead or a hand job or whatever it is you're into, buddy. Happy birthday, Walt. Cheers. Oh, that's so good. God, burns. Oh, shit. Oh, so good. Oh, God. That's terrible. Why is that so bad now? I'm so used to, Jesus. I'm so used to Fireball that now I'm ruined on Jameson for a while. I gotta get used to this shit again. Anyways, happy birthday, Walt. Hey, somebody pass that down for me. Thanks. Here you go. One more time. All right. Look at Donna. Got the beers and the bananas dancing. I dig it. That's badass, Donna. They're all in a rhythm, too. It's the jam, right? Repax knows this is like the Swedish remix of Happy Birthday. It's not Lap Dance Wednesdays, Steve-O. I'm not doing that. I don't want you guys all getting a boner at the same time. What? Okay. That's enough of that. All right. Not Walt Disney. No. Okay. Listen, we got to talk. What do we want to do? Do we want to do a serious discussion about Kyrie Irving? Excuse me. Do we want to talk about Jeff Saturday getting a job? Do we want to talk about the college football playoffs? Or you guys want the NFL injury update? What do we want to do? You know what? Let's talk some college football. Let's get that in. It's 10 p.m. here. Got to get in the shower and sleep. Damn, getting up early tomorrow. Damn, son. That's wild. I know, it's so weird how time works. It's late as shit over there. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon here. But hey, Repacks, man, I appreciate you dropping in. Like, what the hell? Why did I get a gifted sub, man? But thank you for dropping in. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for hanging out. You're always welcome to come back, hang out, say hi. And hey, Deckheads, go give him a follow. And when he's online streaming, give him a watch. Go return the favor for him coming by and popping into the Deckhead community and hanging out for a little while. But Repacks, man, sleep well, my friend, and we'll hopefully see you again. Sean, the Buckeyes. Let's see. Sleep in the shower. Oh, property is expensive there. Yeah, that's true. We should do another apartment hunting like we did in Russia that time. That was fun. All right, here you go. Now this is not the actual rankings. These are teams' chances of making the playoffs. We're going to actually get to the rankings. I'm going to pull those up now too. But these are not the rankings yet. I mean, they're pretty close, but not exactly. And you'll see here in just a second. But these are the teams' odds or chances of making the playoffs. It's kind of a foregone conclusion that Georgia makes it, Ohio State makes it. After that, it gets pretty interesting. Michigan's 9-0, but they have a 65% chance of making the playoffs, which is third best, right? Tennessee has a 59% chance, and then it falls off pretty significantly. Clemson really doesn't have a route anymore, they say. TCU is undefeated, but I don't think that their schedule is all that impressive. We can take a look at that. Oregon at 8-1, their only loss is to Georgia, but that's Tennessee's as well. But Tennessee has the big win over Bama, who now has 2 losses to Tennessee and to LSU. So Bama's pretty much done. And can you guys remember a time when we were at this stage of the season and we were already saying that Clemson and Alabama were out of the playoff hunt? It seems like a decade ago. It just seems like forever ago. I'd be curious to see when's the last time that Bama finished kind of in the middle of the pack. That's pretty wild. And somebody was saying this morning on Get Up, well, Bama's 2 plays away from being undefeated. And then Paul Feinbaum, of all people, was like, yeah, and they're 2 plays away from having 4 losses. Oof. It's been that kind of year. By the way, anybody else think it's a coincidence that it's partly because Bill O'Brien's there? SC is 8-1. I think if you're looking for a dark horse, maybe SC. LSU at 7-2, as great as they've been and as fun as it's been to watch them rebound after losing game 1 of this season to Florida State and then rebounding mightily. I just don't see it them making the playoffs. They'd have to run the table and beat Georgia, and even then it might be tough. Utah has a 3% chance, Ole Miss a 2% chance, UCLA a 1% chance. So that is according to the All-State Playoff Predictor. Hey, Terrence! My dude, that's 7 months, pimp. Thank you for the resub, family. Thank you so much, man. That is awesome. Here is, hold on. I got it. Oh, I just got it like a terrible headache. I think it was the shot. So here's the current rankings that went down last night from the selection committee. So you'll see some updates here. Georgia moved up 2 spots to number 1. Ohio State stayed at number 2. Michigan moved up 2 spots to number 3. And TCU moved up 3 spots to number 4. Terrence! Thank you for the 8 bits, buddy. Welcome back. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. He said, what's up, my friend? Sneaking out of work right now. Nice. Where you headed? You going to the strip club? I mean, church? Christopher Mina said TCU has my Longhorns this weekend. Yeah. We're going to look at a lot of these schedules. I want to see kind of like what's the path for these guys, right? I'm going to look at all 10 of these schedules. But here's your top 10, right? So you got Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, TCU. If the college football playoffs started today, that would be it. Though I think that changes. Tennessee is at 5, the first 1-loss team on the board. Oregon is 6, and both of their losses, were to Georgia. LSU is 7, SC is 8, Bama 9, and Clemson 10. Now, let's just kind of go in order here. Let's see. Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, TCU, Tennessee, Oregon, LSU, USC. Okay. So here's Georgia's schedule, right? I mean, we know that we know that Georgia still has Mississippi State, Kentucky, and Georgia Tech left, plus the SEC championship game. So not a real threat here. I mean, Kentucky's the only ranked team left besides the SEC championship game. So probably a foregone conclusion if they can beat Tennessee and number 11 at the time, Oregon, now number 6 or 7, then yeah, they probably have a pretty good shot of beating 24 Kentucky. So that's Georgia's remaining schedule. Ohio State's got their work cut out for them now. This is not a foregone conclusion that they make the playoffs, right? So they've got a couple of signature wins, Notre Dame, Penn State early on. They play Michigan, and then they will also have the Big 12 title game to contend with. So, and I don't know about that either, though, Evil Death. If you're number 3 and you lose to 2, or you're number 2 and you lose to 3, and that's your only loss, are you out? Because I think the committee is going to also look at it and say, well, who would win if Ohio State and Tennessee played, or who would win if Michigan and Tennessee played? So I think that I think both of those teams could still lose and get in. We just need to see what the rest of everybody's schedule looks like and how that might play out. So Michigan has another 2 ranked opponents. They got Illinois at 21 and Ohio State at 2, plus the Big Ten championship game. TCU, not going to get a lot of help down the stretch. They've got Texas, who's 18, Baylor, and Iowa State, plus the Big 12 title game as well. Chances are TCU runs the table. Look at that run right there. That's pretty damn impressive. And it's one that we don't really talk about a lot. But look what they did, man. They ran through Oklahoma, Kansas, Oak State, and Kansas State back to back to back to back. All top 25 opponents at the time. And Oak State took them to OT. But they put up 55, 38, 43, and 38 on 4 top 20 schools. Pretty damn impressive for TCU. All right, Tennessee's schedule looks like this. They have the one loss to Georgia, 27-13. It really wasn't that close, but they don't have another ranked game until they potentially get to the SEC finals. But we need to look up too the standings. We'll do that at the end. Oregon's remaining schedule looks as so. They got Washington, who's 25, Utah at 13, and Oregon State left. That's going to be interesting. 2 top 25 teams there. LSU, I know they got to play the Aggies, so that's a win. They got UAB and Arkansas. So, look, LSU should finish with 2 losses, and one of their wins would be over Bama. Another really good win over Ole Miss. So, their losses are Florida State and Tennessee. That sucks. USC has number 10 or number 12, UCLA, number 20 Notre Dame, plus Colorado left. Oh, Bama really has no hope. They got Ole Miss. They might move up a skosh, but not much, even with a win there. And then Austin Peay and Auburn. And that's it for them. So they're done. You're done. Wind it up. You're done. Bama's done. And yeah, Tennessee's on Georgia's side. That's right, Sean. And then Clemson, also done. They got Louisville, Miami, and South Carolina. So let's look at some standings here. Let's first take a gander at the ACC since we just mentioned it. Clemson 6-0 sits atop the ACC Atlantic Division. They're 8-1 overall. And then North Carolina is 5-0 and 8-1. So looks like we're on a crash course between those two. But again, neither one of them is making the playoffs at this point. The Big 12 conference looks like this. You got TCU and Texas. They're going to face off. Now, look, in conference and overall, even if TCU loses one, they're still going to be in the title game. Because I mean, if they lose to Texas, they'll still be playing for the Big 12 title. I think that destroys their chances of making the playoffs. They have to run the table. There's just no doubt about it. TCU has to go undefeated. But there's the current Big 12 standings. Big 10 looks like this. Michigan is 6-0. Ohio State is 6-0. Now, interestingly, when we looked at it, right? So they play each other in the last game of the season. Don't sleep on the fact that something crazy could happen. Like Michigan could lose to Illinois. And this would be such a Big Ten thing to happen. Michigan could lose to Illinois, who's pretty good, and then beat Ohio State. And then it's topsy-turvy, crazy, wacky. So there'll be Illinois over here at 7-2 in the West. But you got Michigan and Ohio State. I forgot they're on the same side too. So yeah, Buckeyes will not lose to TTU. Yeah, and Sean, that's how they could both get in, right? So I don't know if they'll both get in. They both have to play each other at least once. Is this right in that the Big Ten, they do it like everybody else, like the East and West? I know in the Big 12 it's the top two teams, but there's nothing crazy like where the Big Ten says, well, the two best records get in, right? I'm not a Big Ten honk. So I'm right in that the winner of the East is going to face the winner of the West. So most likely it's either going to be Michigan or Ohio State that faces Illinois. So I don't know because of that they both get in. It just depends, I think, right? Like if Michigan beats Illinois or loses to Illinois, who would be a top-ranked team, Illinois, wouldn't it be crazy? Michigan loses to Illinois, beats Ohio State, but Ohio State gets the tiebreaker. Oh no, I guess it would go head-to-head. That'd be pretty wild. But there's got to be some sort of scenario where Illinois ends up winning the Big Ten. And wouldn't that be crazy? You're not going to put them in over Michigan or Ohio State, but geez, that would be wild. There's going to be something crazy happens. It usually does in the Big Ten. All right, Conference USA looks like this, and nobody gives a shit. I just saw somebody ask about Rice, so there you go. Rice Owls need one more win to be bowl eligible. That's cool. Good for them. What does their schedule look like? Let's just look at it, man. Conference USA is so sad. They have UTSA, UNT, and WKU. UTSA, UNT, and WKU. All three ranked ahead of them in the conference. So they just got to win one, though, right? They just got to win one. U of H Cougar basketball is number 3 in the preseason rankings. Okay. Well, that's good. All right. So there's the American Conference if you care. Nobody cares. You're done. The Independents, no one gives a shit about them as well. Sorry, Notre Dame. The MAC, there you go. Also, no one gives a shit. The Mountain West, no one gives a shit. Pac-12, there you go. Oregon, USC, UCLA, Utah, Washington. Oregon and USC, kind of interesting, I think. 2 top 10 teams. The winner might have a real shot, especially if it's Oregon. If Oregon runs the table, TCU loses to Texas or in the Big 12 title game, and Michigan and Ohio State mess around and have some kind of fuckery, we really could see Oregon get into the playoff. I mean, that's a real possibility because their only loss would be to Georgia, who would be the eventual number 1. So, yeah, Cougum, Alex. What did I say? Who will allow more points? U of H basketball, or U of H football? Nice. So keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that, though. The Ducks have a real possibility. They have a 16% chance of making the playoffs. Stranger shit has happened, and if they beat number 8 USC in a Pac-12 title game, and Michigan and Ohio State beat each other up or mess around and lose to Illinois, things could get very interesting there. That's the Pac-12. Here's the SEC. There you go. So LSU, 5-1 in conference. Ole Miss is 4-1 in conference, 8-1 in overall. LSU 7, Ole Miss 11, Bama 9 and 3rd in the conference. And then you got Georgia and Tennessee on the same side. So kind of sucks Tennessee's not going to get to play in the SEC title game. However, it doesn't necessarily mean they won't make the playoffs. Yeah, Oregon losing to Georgia twice would be brutal. I don't know that that Tennessee is guaranteed. They have a 59% chance, according to that doc I showed you earlier. The lucky thing for Tennessee is the teams behind them really don't have anything else impressive left, right? Like we looked at Clemson's schedule right there. They got Louisville, Miami, South Carolina. Bama has what they have, but they're not going to move up. And then Tennessee has Missouri, South Carolina, and Vanderbilt. So they probably run the table with their only loss being to Georgia. Now they don't get to play in a title game. So what does that mean? I don't know. It's going to be interesting, though. So that's the SEC. We're probably looking at LSU and Georgia. And then Sun Belt, if you give a shit. Boy, I'm really rooting for my Troy Trojans. Okay. So there you go. There's the rundown of the standings in college football, as well as your playoff possibility or probabilities. Right now, it's Georgia, Ohio State, and Michigan and Tennessee is the best possible options. Not the current playoff ranking. That is Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, and TCU. The playoff committee put them ahead of Tennessee and of Clemson. They have Clemson all the way at 10, even though Clemson has a 28% chance of making the playoffs. So there you go. Cece said, vacatio tomorrow. Trojans, thanks for the reminder. You dirty girl. You dirty girl. You dirty girl, you. You're naughty. You're so naughty. Evil Death has a good question. I guess we can talk about the Aggies for a moment. But Evil Death said, fire Jimbo. How heated is the hot seat right now? I don't know that they want to dump a shit ton of money that he's guaranteed. Now he's starting to lose recruits and obviously not winning games. And I think that a lot of people are going to enter the transfer portal. I think it's going to create a mess, right? But I think still, if you do that, you're probably going to lose him and the recruits at the same time. If you don't fire Jimbo right now, you give him another couple of years to see if he can work some magic with the guys that he's got. You still have a chance, right? But if you let go of Jimbo now or at the end of the year, all of those recruiting classes that he's won, the vast majority of them are walking out the door too. They're all going to enter the transfer portal, and they're all going to go to Georgia or LSU or the hot commodity right now. It's really weird, but I think the big problem, the problem for this team is quarterback play. He does not have a good quarterback. The Aggies don't have a good quarterback. They just don't. All these recruits have not panned out. They got one of the best young running backs in college football and can't do shit with him. Not a great defense either, and they should be better. So, what does it say? Wow, Flip, that was rude. It's a legit question. I'm just sad he thinks that's really the reason to wear them. Oh. Losing Mike Elko was huge. Yeah, listen. Aggies have a lot of problems. And I don't know what the solution is. I don't think it's firing Jimbo, though. What's up, Jeff Bell? Thank you for the lurk, homie. I definitely don't think it's firing Jimbo at this point. Man, this is so wobbly. Look at that. Is that making y'all sick? Yeah, I don't think it's firing Jimbo at this point. But I think he's definitely on a shorter leash over the next 2 seasons. Like, you got to start turning it around. There's no doubt. Christopher Mina said, ask me anything about anything with UT and Oklahoma going to the SEC. I'm curious how the restructure will look like. Will a Alabama team and Mississippi be moved to the East? They'll probably split them up, is my guess, right? Like, when A&M and Missouri went, that's what they did. My guess is that UT would stay in the West and that OU would go in the East. I haven't seen anything definitive, but that would be my guess. It wouldn't surprise me if they shuffle it around, but I doubt some of these teams want to be moved around, right? And it's really pick your poison. Although the SEC East has always felt like the easier side of the coin, that's easier said than done now, especially with Georgia being the juggernaut that Bama used to be. But my guess is they would put OU in the East and UT in the West. Because you want that Aggie-UT rivalry. The SEC wants that. You know what I mean? They want that every year. Trust me. And they value that, the Aggie and the LSU rivalry that used to pop up all the time. So if you have OU over there, I mean, there's really no built-in rivalries. But that the East kind of does need a little more oomph behind it, right? Because you have Vanderbilt and Missouri always dragging it down. Kentucky's never been good until recently. The Gators are off their game right now, but Florida's usually pretty good. South Carolina's always kind of middle of the pack, right? They're always like the Mississippi State of the West. But over in the West, it always seems like you got teams that, for better or for worse, are usually better than the East. But that's not the case right now. Easy's got the two best teams in the SEC, plus the Wildcats. So, don't know. But I think that's what happens. Pac-12 got rid of the divisions. Yes. Dana wears on the kids worse than Jimbo. The east side of the bracket is crazy hard. They need to leave it out. I mean, it's not crazy hard, but it's just like the pendulum has swung to that side, right? It used to be you didn't want to be in the West because it was always Bama and LSU. Always Bama and LSU, and then Mississippi State would get to bug up their ass and be pretty good, or Auburn would get a Cam Newton and do some shit, and then you'd always look over there and be like, well, it's Georgia and Florida, or a Jadeveon Clowney led South Carolina team, but it was always those teams. Georgia was usually pretty steady at the top, and Florida not far behind, or vice versa, and then the rest of them kind of just milled about. But the West always had 3 or 4 really good teams. It's not the case now. SEC as a whole, I would say, is really having a down year, comparatively speaking, right? Especially with Bama. Bama's kind of dragging them down. Who'd have thunk it? Bama dragging down the SEC. I saw somebody say that what's it called? This is the worst coaching job by Nick Saban in years. I think I'd blame Bill O'Brien. What is Bama's overall points for versus points against? Let's see here. Bama scoring 376, allowing 165. 376 is still the best in the West. Tennessee's scoring more, and Georgia is not. So, yeah. Georgia's defense, though, giving up 97 points total. Wow. What did I say? I do too, Barry, but I'm grasping. I remember Missouri won the SEC East before. Yeah, that was back when what's his name came out. The linebacker, the first openly gay player to enter the draft. That was when Missouri. I think that was the last time Missouri was any good. So yeah, the East is the prize of the SEC right now. So we'll see. There's some college football talk for you though. We don't do it a lot. We usually don't get, Mizzou, you're right. You usually don't get a bunch in. We're consumed by other stuff. So it was kind of nice to talk about some college foosball. If you gave a shit, we didn't go through the rest of it, but here's the rest of the top 25 since last night. Ole Miss is 11, UCLA, Utah, Penn State, North Carolina, NC State, Tulane. Texas is at 18, K-State 19, Notre Dame 20. Illinois 21, UCF 22, Florida State 23, Kentucky 24, and Washington 25. And by the way, this happening, it really helps this. LSU's first loss of the season was Florida State, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't that right? Didn't they lose to Florida State? Yeah, that was their first loss of the season. And it was close, 24-23, but I remember all the Brian Kelly memes right off the rip. Yep, Michael Sam, good shot. Good job, Evil Death. So that actually is somewhat beneficial to LSU that Florida State can somehow be relevant again and crack the top 25. I mean, it's not, formulaically beneficial, but their 2 losses are to Tennessee and number 23 Florida State. Not terrible, especially when you factor in wins over Bama. So, I don't know what that is. I got to call the doctor. Hey, VB, are you still here? Has Jimbo been as good as Kevin Sumlin at A&M? No, he has not. I don't believe so. I don't believe that Jimbo Fisher has, especially because given the recruiting classes and the hype and the expectations, no, I don't agree. I think Kevin Sumlin overall, it may have been a flash in the pan and not lasted as long, but even then, I think you got to give credit on Kevin Sumlin. You got to give credit to Johnny Manziel and Mike Evans. He's exactly right. Jared Taylor just posted Jimbo doesn't have Johnny either. Yeah, that's the thing. It's amazing how good a quarterback can make a coach look, and that's exactly what Jimbo Fisher lacks is a quarterback. So when you got Johnny Manziel running around, Johnny Foosball out there throwing it up, and Mike Evans makes Johnny Manziel look like John Elway, then everybody's happy, right? Mike Evans is really the unsung hero. Mike Evans made Johnny Manziel look great. Johnny Manziel made Kevin Sumlin look great, and Kevin Sumlin made A&M look great. But it all started with Mike Evans, because I truly, honestly believe this. If Johnny Manziel didn't have Mike Evans to go up and just grab every 50-50 ball he heaved up out of desperation, we'd be talking about a different Johnny Manziel. And I don't get me wrong. He made some really exciting plays. I mean, you can't discount the Bama play when he fumbled the ball and still threw the touchdown and all that and the running, and I get it. But if you go back and look, I watched all those games. I'm telling you, Mike Evans bailed that dude out on a regular basis. And I think it showed once he got to the pros. You see who the real star was from that team. It was not Johnny Manziel. It was absolutely Mike Evans. So Mike Evans made Manziel look good. Manziel made Sumlin look good, and Sumlin made A&M look good for a very short period of time. And then when all that went away, it all came crashing down. And I think that's what Jimbo lacks right now. He doesn't have a Johnny Manziel or a Mike Evans. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's got a hell of a run game. The O-line needs some work. They're pretty young, if I'm not mistaken. The defense isn't great, but it starts and ends with quarterback play, especially in the SEC, especially if you're going to be an upper echelon team. So they don't have that. I tell you what, King was a guy that from the moment I saw him last year, I was like, nope, I wouldn't even waste my time with that cat. That's not it. He's not it. Can he be? Maybe. But he wasn't it. CC, you were at that game? I'm sorry. If only Johnny would have stayed at A&M for 8 years like Case Keenum. Ooh, shots fired. Oh, get that as a sounder. I would love to go back and see like what Mike Evans' stats were. I wish they would break down like 50-50 balls and all that shit, man. That'd be pretty interesting to see. All right, so there you go. There is some college foosball for you. We did not do this, so I'm going to give you your NFL injury report, and then I want to talk about Kyrie Irving for a bit. Oh, you know what? We didn't do this, and I wanted to get this from you guys. So I gave you, or we discussed, I should say, this is the top 4 or top 6, right? Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, TCU is the top 4. That's the playoffs. And then Tennessee is 5, Oregon 6. What is your top 6, chat? What is your top 6? Give me your order. I'm gonna type mine in, but I did want to kind of get y'all's opinion on what you think. All right, so I'm gonna give you my top 6. Georgia. I already answered that question, Reyes. I answered it earlier. I'll tell you in a second. 1, 2, 3. Damn it, Jared Taylor. I'm slap the fire out of you. No, Reyes, we're going to do it tomorrow. Well, yeah, I was going to say, unless we run out of shit to talk about by 4 o'clock. Oh, that's a good point, Amos. That NIL beef looks real stupid now. Let's see. What is the abbreviation for Oregon? OR? Yeah. Okay. Although I honestly think USC would beat TCU, but I'm going to go ahead and give it to them. There's my top 6 right now. I got Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Tennessee, Oregon, TCU. Tennessee's only losses to the number 1 team in the country. Obviously Ohio State is who they are. Michigan, same thing. They moved up with a big win. TCU, don't get me wrong. We looked at it, super impressive, and maybe I'm just being disrespectful to TCU, but they're undefeated and they ran the table so far in the Big 12 and they played four top 20 teams in a row and beat them all, beat the pants off of them. But I just think Tennessee has proven to me, I think if they played number 1, my God, how fun would that game be, right? Tennessee, Georgia scared me because you were worried about Georgia's defense stifling Tennessee's offense, which it absolutely did. It's almost like a super hyped UFC fight, right? Where you're just like, oh man, I can't wait to see them slug it out. And then they both are scared to get knocked out, so they pull their punches. I feel like that's in a way what kind of happened in Georgia, Tennessee. But at the same time, Georgia just stifled that offense. But it would definitely be a fun game watching TCU and Tennessee play. And then I have Oregon on there ahead of TCU because Oregon's only loss early on was to Georgia as well. And they're a different team now. So I'm sorry, but I have 2 one-loss teams ahead of TCU, or 1 one-loss team ahead of TCU, or 2, excuse me. I have Tennessee and Oregon. So I would just move Tennessee and Oregon up and TCU down to 6. That would be my top 6. What's your top 6, chat? Put them in the chat. Go ahead. Total Down said, can't wait until conference champs get auto entry. God, that would be dope. I had a slide. We can't use it this week, but I had a slide from last week that showed the top 10. Because remember, that's what they're doing now. They're saying, I think it's 2024. They're going to the top 10, right? Where's my slide at that I had? It was last week's. So if you look at this, hold on. Pew! That, and then this slide. Oh, where is it? Did I delete it? What a dipshit. Hold on. No. Was it Tuesdays? No. Wednesday? No. Thursday. Yes. All right. So this was the what if scenario, right? And this was last week's. I didn't get a chance. I was going to make it for this week. I just, as so goes everything else, I just ran out of time. But this is kind of shows you what the playoffs look like, right? So this is what the poll or the rankings you see is week 1 of the college football rankings, playoff rankings, where it was Tennessee, Ohio State, Georgia, Clemson. Actually, what was this? Oh, maybe so. Let's see. So this is what this is the what if scenario from last time. Top 12, sorry. Top 10, is that an extra 4 weeks? So this is what it would have looked like last week. So if we did the side by side, right? You would have had Tennessee, OSU, Clemson, and TCU. So I think each represented the big 4 conferences. Then you had Pac-10, or Pac-12, excuse me, which was playing. You had Georgia and Tulane, which was weird. That was a few weeks ago, obviously, because Tennessee was in first. And then you had Michigan and Ole Miss, and Bama and LSU would have been playing. So that was a really weird and crazy scenario. So this is kind of what you can expect. And they haven't done one for this week, but they need to. They need to do this every week. But that was last week's when you compared it to this, what would have been the playoffs had they started last week. Pretty cool. It's going to make it a lot more interesting to me, at least. I like that. I wish they would have. I wish they would leave it at 4. I love how losing even one game can derail their chances. It creates urgency. College football is turning into baseball. It's really not, though. It's really not, because some of these will just be other bowl games, right? I mean, you had 4 and 6. What you've added is you had, your New Year's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you had your 4 playoff teams. So you've added 2 teams to the mix, and you just shuffle around the schedule. You might be looking at one more week, but that's not a big deal. You're already doing these games, I guess. So you had to have 8 here, and then you get down to 4, and so that would be So you're looking at 2 extra weeks, maybe. Hey, poor Marine. What's up, pimp? SEC. Thank you for the 400 bits, homie. So there you go. That I'm going to try to make this every week. Maybe somebody could help me, but I need to figure out what their actual requirements are. But I think this is dope. So I'm going to try to commit to making this every week for you guys to have a look at, so we can kind of see how it shapes up as the season progresses. It'll be fun. Reyes says, I miss baseball. Me too. Thank you for your rankings, Total Dallas. You were the only one. All this time I asked. You guys always want to be on the show and give me your opinions, and then I ask you for your top 6, and I get one fucking response. One mealy mouth, raggedy ass response. And don't send it now, hoes. I don't want them. It's too late. Total Dallas says Georgia, Tennessee, TCU, USC, Ohio State, Michigan. Are you really just being a Big Ten hater? Is that what it is? Are you just like, man, screw the Big Ten? Like, are you just being a hater? There's no way you think that Ohio State and Michigan are 5 and 6. There's no way you think that. If it is, I don't think you're watching college football. There's no way. Steve-O wants to do cricket talk. I mean, I can talk cricket with the best of them. Yes, poor Marine Dallas. Total Dallas is a bit crazy. I mean, look, I'm not gonna. Tennessee wouldn't. I don't think that's the stupidest thing in the world to have them at 2 if their only loss is to 1. How many times have we seen Bama and somebody like Ohio State do that shit back and forth? Right. Well, their only loss was Georgia lost to Bama, or remember it was always LSU and Georgia, right? Or always LSU and Bama. Well, but it was Bama 1, LSU 2. And then whoever else, 3 and 4, no one gave a shit. And then when they played each other, they lost. One lost, but it was their loss to the one. Like, okay. So I don't think that's crazy. But yeah. Georgia, Tennessee, TCU is way too high for me. USC is one of those teams, like, I could see them beating a lot of those cats in the top 6. So, TD is here. I'm out. Terrence got his in. Terrence says Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Tennessee, TCU, Oregon. Okay. I ain't mad at that. What was mine again? Georgia, Ohio State, Michigan, Tennessee, Oregon, TCU. Okay. So you got TCU up there. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. He probably thinks Dallas is winning the Super Bowl. Yeah. I wish I had enough points to time out Total Dallas. Oh, I feel it coming on. Oh, shit. You shouldn't have said it. All right, now let's get to... Now what were we going to do? Let's see. Close that. Got Walt's birthday done. Close Walt. Close that. I probably shouldn't have closed these because I might need them later, but whatever. All right, here's your NFL injury report. I bet mine's is like, God damn it, you said we were going to talk NBA. We are. We're going to talk some Kyrie Irving here in just a minute. But here's your NFL injury report from week 9 going into week 10.
@Chris_Reyes_MR1.
Oh, no! My, how the tables have turned. Oh, snap. Dirty pool, Total Dallas. Dirty pool. Oh. The mods immediately leap like, oh my God, yes. That is hilarious. Hilarious. Oh, look, this, y'all remember Chris Reyes? I miss him so much. Oh, that's so funny. He's like, man, I wish you had enough points. I would time out Total Dallas. And Total Dallas was like, you're gone. You're done. Wind it up. Big old titties. Fuck you, Hunter. All that. What did I say? Fool, you times me out. No. He's gonna cry. That is so funny. He's gonna wait, what happened? What are we're all like wrong, Chris. Oh. You timed out Mina. Potch, you dumbass. That's hilarious. Potch timed out the wrong Chris. Chris is like, yo, wait a minute, bitch. What happened? I didn't do nothing. Potch is like, Potch out here fucking. Potch is the LAPD of timing people out. You just shoot first, ask questions later. Pow! Get on the ground. That's Potch. Freeze! Bro, you shot me in the back and then yell freeze. Oh, that's funny. And then Total Dallas was like, shit, I was saving up for VIP. Well, listen, sometimes it's worth it, right? Sometimes it's worth it. Hilarious. It got timed out. All right, here is your injury report. Yeah, pow, stop resisting. What? You shot me in the leg. All right, NFL injury report. Josh Allen has a right elbow injury, UCL, ulnar collateral ligament, universal collateral ligament. I don't know. But they're trying to get more info on it, but he is questionable for week 10. Could be out, I think I saw 4 to 6 weeks, depending. Let me see if they have an update on Bills Allen Day today. We'll see if he plays. There you go. Right elbow injury to the ulnar collateral ligament and related nerves. We'll see. So, yeah, day to day, but questionable for week 10. Aaron Jones has a left ankle injury. That not as good. I believe he's done, right? Let's see. Where the hell did he go? So I was trying to get an update on this because by the time I had this, yeah, Aaron Jones started questionable. Who did they lose? They just had a big loss. No, that wasn't it. Anyways, yeah, Aaron Jones questionable for week 10. When keeping it real goes wrong, right? Yeah, so what does that mean? Shit, UCL injury, FML. Family medical leave. All right, so Aaron Jones, left ankle injury. They're still waiting on info, questionable for week 10. Adam Thielen had a concussion, so he's going to be day-to-day, questionable for week 10 as well, especially after given the whole Tua situation. Every concussion is going to be day-to-day. Jonathan Taylor aggravated his right ankle sprain. He is week to week and doubtful for week 10, so Jeff Saturday's debut might suck. Ezekiel Elliott had a right knee sprain. He's day-to-day and is questionable for week 10 as well. Keenan Allen out week 10. He aggravated a hamstring strain. Jamar Chase has a right hip injury. They have their bye week coming up for week 10, but he is targeting a return for week 12. So if you have Jamar Chase on your fantasy team, keep an eye out on that. Mark Andrews has an AC sprain. He is. They have the bye week coming up on week 10. So Andrews hopefully back for the Ravens in week 11. And then Deebo Samuel has a hamstring strain. He's been week to week and is again questionable for week 10. Josh Allen is killing it for my fantasy team. Yeah, that sucks, Dre. That sucks, man. Oh my God, Joe Mixon killed it. Absolutely murked it. In fact, you know what? Let's do this. Y'all ready to do some fantasy talk? All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do fantasy, and then we'll do Kyrie Irving, and then we'll finish it up with like Jeff Saturday, and I got a crazy stat on Derrick Henry. You heard that, Titan Hugo? I'm going to show some love to a Tennessee Titan. Strap in. Wind it up. I was trying to, I was like, why do I have Brandon Cooks open? Totally forgot to go look at that. Bloop, close, bloop, close. What's up, everybody? Listen on Podbean, Truck Driver, Pookie, Chris Reyes, Titan Hugo, blah, 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 blah. D-Mac showed up for a little while. Bailed out already. Nice. I'm missing baseball. Yeah, no shit. Let's see. Everything good on the Twitches? Yes. Yes. And the foul. And over here on the rundown. Okay, cool. Alex said, man, fuck fantasy. Keenan Allen injured. Color me surprised. Right? Exactly. All right, here's the fantasy updates. Now, I will tell you, this is all automated. If it's wrong, I've been working on correcting this. I tried to make this prettier and better for you guys. And I don't have all the standings done yet. I have one done. You can kind of see a sample of it, but I'll have that later. So let's go through each of the leagues. First one is the Dan Seafood League, which is League 1 in the Barry on Deck Fantasy Leagues. This is Week 10 update. Cool Arrows beat Team Villanueva 128-77. Boy, Dre is just a juggernaut. Beer Bourbon beat the Koala Brothers 111-73. Poor D-Mata. Poor D-Mata. Look, thank God D-Mata's in the league. Yurio, you had a really bad showing. Everybody else scores in the hundreds. Don't at me, hoes. That's yours truly. 154.9 to Team Nez's 115.7. Oh, that's an ass whooping. Oh my God. Me. I'm don't at me, hoes. That's me. And that's without Jamar Chase. What? Team Goodfellas beat my old ho tripping, but my young ho cool. 145-113. And oh my God, my gird. This is not a tie, Evil Death. This was actually 120.74 to 120.7. I just only used the first number. Total Dallas beats Cisco by 0.04 points. Do you know how pissed I'd be if I lost my fantasy matchup by 0.04 points? God, I'd be pissed. What's up, E2D? How are you, buddy? D-Mata is a bye week. You leave D-Mata alone. I put up a very sexual score. Yeah, 154.9. Huh? No, it didn't. Oh, 5 plus 4 is 9. No, wait, 6 plus 9. I don't. What? 154.9 is not sexual. What are the odds? Each of these said I won. So, Dre Juggernaut, more like juggle these nuts. Somebody time Truck Driver Pookie out. I'm not gonna stand for this bullshit. If I'm gonna actually accidentally read some of y'all's dumbass back and forth, and it sucks that bad, you're getting a 5-minute timeout. Somebody time out Truck Driver Pookie. You better. I mean, look, this chat is serious business. Okay, this show is serious business. I need y'all to take this shit. Truck Driver Pookie's like, bye. You take this serious. I'm coming here with these mealy mouth, stupid ass jokes. If you're gonna go at him, go at him. Not with that. That was terrible. No, seriously, though, don't time him out. I'm just joking. Don't do it. No, don't. I was joking. Don't time him out. Hold on, wait. Yeah, don't time it. Would you guys stop? Remove the timeout, added the timeout, move the timeout, added the timeout. No, don't time him out. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. All right, so there's your Dan's Seafood and Wings. Now, here's the standings again. Like I said, I don't have all. No, you can untime him out. Yo, mama is a bye week. Wait, are you saying my mom? Because she's pretty bad at this too, D-Mata. Is that what you meant? My mom is a bye week? Thank you, Donna. CC, I can't find him now. You're a liar, CC. But this is what the standings will look like once I get them done. I'm almost done. I'm trying to automate all this, but here's the standings for the Dan Seafood and Wings League. Team Goodfellas is 8-1. Beer and Bourbon 6-3. My ho tripping, but my young ho cool is 3-6. Team Villanueva 2-7, and the Koala Brothers is 1-8. And then I also put in all this stuff for you just kind of as a reference, right? So you have your winning percentage, your games back, a winning streak or losing streak, and how many in a row. So Team Villanueva has lost 4 in a row. Team Goodfellas is 1-3 in a row, and there's your playoff percentage. Team Goodfellas has a 99% chance of making the playoffs. Beer and Bourbon has an 83% chance, and then, damn, D-Mata has 0% chance of making the playoffs. Last thing I added was the points for and points against. Over in the West, Dre at 8-1, a 99.4% chance of making the playoffs. Romo Copper Texas 6-3, has one in a row, 78% chance of making the playoffs. Don't At Me Hoes is 4-5. I have a 13% chance of making the playoffs, but I've won 2 in a row. And Meemaw's Basement 4-5, and Team Neza 3-6. So Big Love said 1-8. Boy, you better get your ass on that waiver wire, right? Yeah, stop timing him out. Stop it. It was a joke. I was joking. Untime him out and leave him untimed out. It was just a joke. Yeah, Donna, no, you're doing right, Donna. Shut up, Potch. All right, so the other leagues look like this. Boiling Dragon League 2. Team Davis, Dandy Dan with the dub. Beat DTFB team 99.9. Wind it up to 75.1. I don't know why the yellow box wasn't put on there, but Josh, Team Hooligan, beat Team Sager. Keith, did Keith just give up and just say, fuck it? How do you score 47? D-Mata scored more than you, fam. 122-47. Keith Sager, report to the principal's office. That is just fucking awful, bro. Phillip Bernard, Heartthrob Rob, the Oklahoma Liontologist beat Slaw Bunnies 121-82. Of the real, Lisa beat Tim Tebow's Protection Game 163 to 111. The champ Clarence Marshall beat Cows on Parade 153-124. And I don't know why the logos aren't right, but I'll get that fixed as well. So there you go. Online League 1, the third of 4 Barry on Deck fantasy leagues. The Biffnet Lovey Doveys beat the Sheep 118-88. Jockstrap Bandits beat the Queen Bee Spice Corn Dogs. CC, is that a dick? Well, that's a corn dog. Jockstrap Bandits beat CC 118-102. Team Henson, BZH beat Slow White Bronco Jeff Bell 136-82. Team Beast Mode beat Steven the Weather Guy 150-134. And Team Punishment beat Bear Down 131-108. Give me a 47-minute timeout for that score is pathetic, right? Oh, it's funny. 0-9. I'm killing it this year. Dubs, what is your problem? PB Dubs don't give a shit. Cece said, and Keith made us suffer through the draft. Wait, no, that was Jeff and his slow Bronco pick. Yeah. Jeff Bell was the slow picker for sure. Mark said, I was 4-1. I wish I had these done for you guys. We'll have them done next week so you can see your streaks and everything. All right, last week, Online League 2, where Jen beat Shock 141-67. I think I would change my name if I was Shock. Definitely not a lock. A lock to lose, maybe. Here for you to hate, that's Jesus. He beat Whose House? Reb's House 113-101. Cut and Shoot Beer Drinkers, who's Robert Likes Beer. Look at that squeaker of a game. 96.3-96.1. Oof. Over the Love You Blue 2.5. And B-Mart, Brandon Martinez beat Push the Button 136-76. I swear y'all be beating up on my mom. And the last one, Nola's Finest Pie Eaters beat Houston Fire Easterby 118-85. So there you go. There are your 4 Barry on Deck Fantasy League updates for week number 9. And what's cool is I kind of got it all automated now, so it's a lot easier for me to update these, and Jen doesn't have to wrangle it up. I just need to get the standings done. That's a lot of info, I know, but I thought you guys might want to see it, might be interested in it. Who talks shit all night? Jeff Bell? That's funny. All right, back to the sports, people. Back to the sports. We got to talk a little basketball. Mine's is probably gone, but that's okay. That's okay. It's 4 o'clock. I think I need to take a break. I need to go get a drink. Yeah. We got an hour left in the program. We're going to go to 5 o'clock. We're going to talk a little Kyrie Irving. We'll talk some Jeff Saturday. I have opinions on that move for the Colts. We'll actually talk some Derrick Henry for a moment. And I think we'll have time to do this video. I have 2 videos. One was a fight in Philly. It's kind of past its prime, but this video I have of this white lady getting arrested is fucking hilarious. So maybe we'll have time to get to that. So that's what's on deck. We got Kyrie, Jeff Saturday, Derrick Henry, and a crazy-ass white lady getting arrested. Let's just say that the subject of cum is involved. Yeah, you don't want to miss that. You want to stick around through this very short break. I'm going to go get another drink, probably not a Diet Coke. I don't know what I'm going to get, but I'm going to go do that and pee and stretch my legs. And, hey, you know what? You do what you do during the break. Poop, pee, smoke a joint, whatever it is you do. You go do that, and then let's meet back here in, let's say, I don't know, 3 minutes, 4 minutes tops. And then we'll pick the show right back up and keep going. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Yes, I'm going to run a 2-minute ad. But for those of you that are subscribed, you won't see it. And if you're not subscribed, it's not a big deal. You'd be looking at a screen that says I'll be back soon anyways. So you might as well watch an ad and help your boy out. All right. 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops. I'll see you in a second. This is Barry on Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Don't go nowhere, ho. Deck. I'm your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for sticking around through the break. Those of you that did. What the? Had this been going the whole time? Shit, did I accidentally do that? Hold on real quick. Let me check my... I thought I killed the stream on YouTube. Did I not? No. They're going to be bills. Let's see. Did I... Okay, 37 minutes. That was a little longer than it should have been, but okay. Cool. And I can delete those. I don't think I need those. Yeah, I don't need them. I need to delete this shit. Wind it up. Get rid of that. Delete. Nope, not that. Get rid of those. More actions. Delete those 2 lives. Forever. Yes. Okay, welcome back to the show. Really big show. Really big program. Kanye equals Kanye, not like this. Wow, Flip. I don't know that that's appropriate. I have a 23% chance of making the playoffs. Playoffs? Do you, Heartthrob? Interesting. Okay. Let's talk about this Kyrie Irving situation. This story is pretty wild and pretty crazy. Kyrie in a lot of hot water. I'm trying to think of the best way to summarize this or talk about this or even bring it up. Basically, he's in trouble for, as you know, Kanye West was public with a ton of anti-Semitic rants and statements and messages, and Kyrie followed suit in a way, not in so much as a ranty way like Kanye was, like I'm going scorched earth, or what do you say, Death Con 3, which is not even right, it's deaf, but Death Con 3. But Kyrie did say, you should watch this movie, this, and then he kind of supported a movie that is pretty wrought with anti-Semitic messages and undertones. And in high school and mostly in high school, I studied a lot of Black Muslim teachings, Nation of Islam, the teachings of Farrakhan. And I can tell you that there are a lot of folks in that particular community and sect of the Muslim faith that do subscribe to the things that people like Kanye and Kyrie are supporting in a way by saying that, they have a lot of hate, I guess you could say, in some of their teachings for the Jewish community and the Jewish people. And I think you have to be real careful how you say those things, right? I think what astonishes me the most is that when you get messages of hate from people who are a part of a group of marginalized people who have been on the other end of that hate for a very long time, it is disturbing and a bit tone deaf, to say the least, to do the same thing, right? And I think the message that the movie was saying that Kyrie had retweeted was that basically Jews were responsible for racism. If I was going to give you the one sentence cliff notes, that's kind of what the movie's intent is. And I'm sure there's more to it. I haven't watched it, but the basics of it is that, and I kind of should watch it just to see. But yeah, the message in that movie was that basically Jewish people are responsible for racism. Well, at least the racism against black people. And so that's kind of where Kanye was or Kyrie was involved in the whole Kanye thing. So when he tweeted that out, linked to the movie and said, hey, look, the truth is right there. Just go watch this or whatever. You know, obviously people lost their shit. And it would be kind of like, I think the more perplexing thing to me is that you would take a position of hate when part of what you just went through as a people and as an NBA organization, and Kyrie was pretty outspoken on some of this after the George Floyd murder, was about the message of the hate that the black community felt from the police and white America. And so it's just strange that you would double down on it in that way, in my personal opinion. I don't get it. I mean, you're not, you know, Martin Luther King said an eye for an eye leaves everyone blind. I don't think that blaming a group of people in a way that the movie does it's not productive, right? And it just kind of, to me, it shows a lack of awareness. I mean, there's no, it's the equivalent. I mean, I'm trying to think of a good equivalent of this, right? It would be like women who have fought tooth and nail for women's rights and women's reproductive rights to come out and blame the LGBTQ plus community for their trials and tribulations of being a woman in America. I mean, that's kind of like what it is. That's in a way, that's kind of the equivalent. It's a roundabout way, and it's probably a bit of a stretch, but that's the part I don't understand. One, I think it's ignorant to try to push such a narrow-minded view like that. And again, I mean, I can't speak for anybody else. Yeah, Kyrie's a flat earther, but that has nothing to do with this particular message. And the fact that he didn't apologize, or he finally did once he was, you know, had to miss some games and stuff like that. I think it's a weird juxtaposition, right? It's this weird yin and yang type thing. To see Kyrie saying these things. It's just weird. Because you're really, at that point, you're no better than the Klan. I mean, that's a fact, right? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. So are you telling me now you and the Klan, Kyrie, or whoever made this movie in the Klan are on the same side in their hate and opposition of Jewish people? That's super weird. Like, that's super weird. So I just... Flip said, what the fuck, stop. No, Flip, I'm going to have this. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to think I'm right. I'm giving you an opinion, and I'm telling you as best I can what my views on this are. Flip, I know of all people, we kind of know how you are and act and react when it comes to race and issues of such in this chat. I can't say that I rarely do I ever agree with you on it, but, I don't have to stop. One, it's my show. And two, it's just a discussion. You don't have to agree with me. You're more than welcome to type in the chat why you disagree with me. He's not acting or physically hurting people. Words hurt. I mean, information, especially false information and propaganda, like as such, hurts. Why do you, I mean, this is the whole point of like stereotypes about black people or other people of color or minorities or women or the LGBTQ plus community. Those things matter. Those things matter. If it didn't, then, there wouldn't be such a battle in the media for the truth. So just because it's not a physical action, racism doesn't always take a physical manifestation. The racism is more than just a physical presence in somebody's life. Not getting a job but is the result of racism. Has nothing to do with being physical. So while you can try to just relate it to that, it's way more than that. That's one aspect of it. The apology also feels empty when you wait until you get in trouble. And I do agree with that, McLovin. If you wait until you've lost your job and your check, it rings hollow to me, and I think it probably rings hollow to the Jewish community and the people that were offended and upset by what he said and what he tweeted out. I saw somebody, who was it? Big Sarge. And I don't know Big Sarge that well. But he said something that I just thought was stupid. And I've had like 3 interactions with Big Sarge, and he seems like a good dude. I mean, he has some wild takes, but he's always been nothing but nice to me. So this isn't a personal attack. I know like him and Kyle are beefing, and this has nothing to do with that. It's a ridiculous take. But he said, how do you blame Kyrie, but you don't hold Amazon and Walmart accountable for having those videos available? One, it's called freedom of speech. You're free to say ignorant shit. Just be prepared to be held accountable for it, right? But that's also like blaming Amazon for racism because they have American History X in their video file library. Like that's just a fucking stupid take. I'm sorry. That is a dumbass take. So now what we're going to do to combat racism and oppression is ban some books. No, I mean, I don't, should ignorant shit like that be allowed to and be made available? I don't think so, but it's out there and people backed it and supported it and paid money to have it produced and put it on Amazon Prime. And I'm not going to blame Amazon Prime for that. There's tons of QAnon documentaries and fucking wild, outlandish shit out there. So it's a stretch to say that, you got to blame Amazon. Well, one, Kyrie doesn't have to push that ignorance. That's not Amazon's fault that he chose to watch it and buy into it and believe it and push it. I don't know. That's kind of a scapegoat type shit. What do you guys saying in the chat? Let's see. He's not acting or physically hurting people. Oh, yeah. It's sad that anyone wants to be racist in this day and age. Peeps got to look past color, ethnicity, etc. Totally agree with that, Dre. Totally agree with that. Freedom of speech doesn't mean freedom from consequences. 100%. Evil Does said some people are calling Kanye and Kyrie Black Hitler. I think that's a little too much. I think that's ridiculous. I mean, look, they're certainly anti-Semitic, it appears. But I mean, just to call him Black Hitler is just, that's kind of silly. Yeah, Chris Reyes said, I agree, plus politics. What's mind-boggling about this is Kyrie, before all this said, he was part of an indigenous tribe and fought for their rights of people that were forcefully removed from their land. Exactly my point. When you do all the different things that Kyrie had done and fought for the things he fought for and took the stand socially that he did, to come back and do this is like, what are you doing? Ignorance is the perfect word for it. Kyrie is just uneducated. That's what happens when you play a kid's game your entire life and don't finish college. All right, Palmer said, of all this brings us back to another Holocaust, for example. What is happening to the Uyghurs or those who have lost their lives building stadiums in Qatar? Yeah, I'm quoting The Guardian, more than 66 million. Yeah, I started to watch that documentary that they had on the World Cup in Qatar. Interesting. Chris Reyes, totally agree. We all won't agree on politics. Everyone has different reasons to support their parties. Right. then that puts what he said on a scale. What he said must have not been that bad. He didn't get banned from the league. Okay. Kyrie even posted some stuff from Alex Jones. Enough said. Super crazy. Super crazy. So yeah, it's a weird thing. And you guys asked me what the video was called. Let me find it. Oh, this is an article from the Wall Street Journal. Oh, it's probably going to be behind a paywall. These stupid bastards. How an amateur documentary got onto Amazon Prime and led to Kyrie Irving's suspension. Brookings basketball star Kyrie said he researched one meaning for the Hebrew word Yahweh on Amazon. I think it's called Hebrews to Negroes. Where is it? The Black Hebrew Israelite movement is fairly broad. Hebrews to. Oh wait, no, I want the full name. Let me get the full name here. Hold on. 1 second. sadl.org. Here we go. It's on Wikipedia. So the movie is from directed, written, produced, and by Ronald Dalton Jr. It's called Hebrews to Negroes Wake Up Black America. Oh, did the bean die? Thank you, Christopher Reyes. Rest in peace to the pot bean. And done. System resources freed. And close YouTube. Those are gone. So yeah, it was called Hebrews to Negroes Wake Up Black America. I'm going to put it in the chat if you guys want to watch it. It's pretty crazy. I mean, it's wild. Poor Marine said, I'm the most conservative person ever, but what the fuck? This racist shit should stop people in their tracks. Yeah. 100% agree, Poor Marine. It's sad that we still have to deal with that shit. And I say we, and I mean we as a society. Obviously, as a white dude, I'm pretty privileged in that I don't have to and don't encounter it. So, this is the name of the movie. I'm going to put it in quotes. I need to watch it. If Amazon doesn't pull it, they're under an extreme amount of pressure to pull it. And I'm not a ban book, burn the book kind of guy. I mean, hell, this isn't the only way that they're going to get this info. All you need to do is go to a what's it called? It's not a session. I don't know, teachings of Louis Farrakhan. I mean, there's a lot of it there. Yes, it's on Amazon. Correct. Yeah, it's on Amazon. So, I don't know. At the end of the day, though, I agree with what was said. It's a bad look when you apologize after you've lost and been indefinitely suspended. It's too late at that point. I think it's okay if you want to post it and say, hey, this made me think while I don't agree with everything. And, you know, I mean, you don't have to do the, some of my best friends are black or some of my best friends are Jewish. You don't have to do all that, but you can just say, you know what, this is another opportunity to educate yourself. You know, some points are made that I might agree with, but overall, I mean, there's just a ton of ways you can approach it without trying to, you know, push it out as gospel. Yeah, One Deep said they're making him apologize. He doesn't want to. Initially, he didn't say sorry. He says he regrets his lack of judgment and this, that, and the other, but he wouldn't say sorry. But they're requiring him to say sorry. They're requiring him to go to sensitivity training, to meet with Jewish leaders in Brooklyn. They're requiring a bunch of different things be done before they will reinstate him. So here's what, this is going to be a little controversial, what I'm about to say. I probably turned a lot of you off anyways. Yeah, we numbers dipped a little bit. People always freak out. Here's what I think is interesting. Did I not kill the bean? I think Kyrie should feel lucky in a way. This is going to rub some people the wrong way. This is going to backfire. Some people are going to be angry about this take. But I believe this to be true in a way. That Perry said he's still here just driving. I'd be interested to see what you had to say about this, Perry, what I'm about to say, because I don't know if, I think some people are going to disagree with me for sure, and probably black people. But I think that had this been flipped, had this been a white player who was pushing a movie whose message was in line to what this movie's message is about Jews and the Jewish people, but instead say about black people. I don't think there would be a chance at redemption for that player, nor do I think he should be given one. And so that's what's a little perplexing to me, is that Kyrie has a checklist of 6 things that he can do, and his anti-Semitism is forgiven. But in today's 2022 cancel culture, a lot of people don't get that opportunity. So I think Kyrie, as much as he's probably hating this, should probably feel a little, I wouldn't say lucky, but things could have ended up worse. Could you imagine? Could you just imagine for a moment if Nikola Jokic posted a movie in support of a theory that David Duke has? Or let's say that David Duke comes out and talks about how the root of all evil in America is black people. And he goes on his rant. And then Jokic posts a movie that says, well, I mean, this movie kind of does talk about it, and I tend to agree with it. That's it. Done. I mean, that's it. So I think in a way, Kyrie is definitely getting an opportunity at redemption, because I don't think people really and truly believe there's that level of hate in his heart. And me is probably just more of ignorance. And feels weird to be hitting the DJ horn, but goddamn, you got to. Poor Marine. 2,000 bits. Well, I'm not worthy, my friend. Thank you so much for your generosity, man. I appreciate that. Poor Marine said, I have to leave, Barry, not because of the convo. Good on you for having it. Also, I need to make sure to apologize to you on Twitter for my crazy takes on your funniest, LOL, my bad, dude. Nah, fam, we're good. We're good, homie. I promise. We're good. Have no fear. No apology necessary. So Flip said reparations equals free speech. I don't. No, I don't think that what has happened to you and your people excuses you from doing the same things that was done to your people, right? If we're talking about ignorance and hate, I don't think that gives you an excuse. But I think obviously my thought was, man, if Kyrie as mad as he is about having to apologize and all that, at the same time, would every player be given that same type of redemption? Would every player be forgiven as easily? And there are people out there who think he should be out of the league, and maybe he should. Had this been have this been a white player talking about black people in this way, I know I would. You guys know that. I'd be like, bro, you got to go. They're just hating your heart. So I think it's interesting how it's playing out. Just not interesting in it's just a fascinating way of how our society is functioning right now, and where we're at and how we're dealing with some of this shit as it pops up. Right. What I do think though is that you see corporate sentiment, kind of leading the charge. So, these corporations are like, well, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to back that. I mean, Nike pulled his release. So I don't know. It's interesting. I'm curious what you guys think as well. Dre said poor Marie wants to see my nipples. I might just send him, 2,000 bits. I'll just send him a picture of my titties. I'm a hoe. Total Dallas said, I just want to know where your head and heart is. Once you identify yourself as a racist or a bigot or ignorant, I know not to patronize you or your enablers. It's a great point, Total Dallas. It's a great point. Yeah, it's a great point. I can't take anything Kyrie says seriously or worthy of time since the flat earth crap. Yeah. There's a difference, though, in a wild theory like that and then starting to spread and push hate and ignorance. That's a big difference to me, right? Like, you can be Alex Jones and say that, oh, frogs make people gay. That's hilarious. But once you start saying hateful shit about gay people, that's different, right? Or once you start pushing movies or publications or things that support the hatred of a people of any kind, that's too far. Chris says the double standard is ridiculous. I do think there is one in a way. I think in this case in particular. So, I don't know. Could be right, could be wrong. I've been known to be wrong a time or 1,000. So that's what's going on with Kyrie Irving. Somebody mentioned it earlier. They said, whoa, wait. Jeff Saturday got a job? Yeah. Jeff Saturday got a job. Oh, my bad. Total Dallas had one more thing. Kyrie thinks his opinion is valuable. I do that sometimes, but I'm not a public figure. Yeah. Oh, we all think our opinion, especially if you talk into a microphone or you're in the public eye, of course. Everybody thinks that their opinion is valuable and important and right and should be heard. And in a way, I don't want to say everybody's opinion should be heard because if it's ignorant, people shouldn't hear it. But everybody's entitled to an opinion. But you're also, it's like Mark said earlier. Yeah, you have free speech, but that doesn't mean you're free from the consequences if it's hate or ignorance. So, all right. Jeff Saturday is the new head coach, interim. The new interim head coach of the Indianapolis Colts. And Jim Irsay has, I think, just lost his ever-loving mind. Now, I will say this. There was some discussions about it being the interim tag. And, when there's an interim tag, you don't have to go through the Rooney Rule of interviewing a certain amount of minority head coaches. But they always talk about the spirit of the rule and the fact that he really didn't bother. He just went out and got Jeff Saturday. Stephen A. Smith said that was disappointing that he did as such. And I think it was Mad Dog or somebody was like, well, what was why do you think he should have done that? And it was weird for Stephen A. to say, well, you don't have to hire him, but just, it's for show. I was like, what? What? Just so you think that the Rooney Rule is just for show? That's the problem. And I was like, I think Stephen A., what he was trying to say is you could at least show some effort. But the way it came across on First Take or whatever it was this morning, where he was like, yeah, just do a couple of interviews. You ain't going to hire him. You still go with my boy Jeff. Just bring up a couple of names. Bring in a couple of brothers and talk to them, and it's all good. I'm like, that in and of itself is ignorant. So we'll see what happens with this hire. I wonder if, I don't know how it works. I mean, we saw in Brooklyn, they lifted the interim tag off of Jacques Vaughn after firing Steve Nash, and now he's the head coach. I don't know how it works in the NFL. If you don't have to abide by the Rooney Rule for an interim position. It's odd to me that you would go and get a guy not within the organization currently and bring him in to be the head coach in the middle of the season. Even if you love Jeff Saturday, and then they're like, the quarterback coach is now going to call plays, and it's like, what? Now, maybe it works. I don't know. Maybe he's a qualified guy. Maybe he is the right guy for the job. I don't know. It just seems like such a reach. This is just like hiring your buddy. Like, boy, yo, Jeff's fun to hang out with. I'm gonna make him the head coach so I can see him all week. Oh, that's how you make the decisions. But it's just, and I don't know, maybe he is a good head coach. We don't know. That's the problem. He's never done it other than his high school or some shit. He's like, I coach these fellas down there at the Christian Academy, and the boys is good boys. They read their Bible and they eat their vegetables and they go to all 7 of their classes before they go home and mow the yard and do their chores. Okay. I mean, I think people are going to like him, but we'll see how effective he is as a head coach. Leader, probably really good. Head coach, bit different. I mean, we saw David Culley. Everybody loves David Culley. Remember that? Houston remembers that. Remember? Oh, man. Everybody loves Dave Culley. Yeah, oh, good old Dave. Oh, my God. The most likable guy on the earth. Can't coach to save his fucking life, though. Not as a head coach. Just sit there and chew on his tongue and call timeouts or not call timeouts or challenge or not challenge or go for it when he shouldn't and not go for it when he should. And all that shit matters. We'll see if Jeff's got it. But he got the gig. The gig is his at least through the end of the year. And then I think that they're required to go through the full Rooney Rule process and interview coaches. But pretty sus, pretty sneaky that they, we'll just go ahead and bring in Jeff. And now he's on the list. And since he had the interim job, if he just does okay, if he just does better than what Frank Reich did, he should get the gig. We'll see. We shall see. Jim definitely took a page out of his dad's book with this out of left field hire. That's true, Chris. Jeff looks like that kid from Stranger Things. He kind of does a little bit. That's hilarious. That's funny, Joel. Irsay kind of looks like this, his old man. A little bit. Let's see. I'm glad no black coaches got that job because that's usually the fucked up job they get. That's a good point, Amos. It's a very good point. That is the weird thing about that, right? Like, except for maybe a few instances, if you're getting a coaching gig, it's because the team was sucked, right? So it's like you go in, and then people go, well, see, they don't. That's why we don't hire black people. They can't coach. Like, this team sucked. The personnel sucked. You're gonna blame Lovie Smith? All of a sudden, what? All of a sudden, Lovie Smith doesn't know how to coach? Do you understand he's got 1.5 good players on his whole fucking 54-man roster? 1.5 out of 54. 1/54 of his team is good. And we're just going to be like, yeah, Lovie's not a good head coach. Tara said, who the hell is Amaranth on Twitch? She's got 5,000 people watching. Yeah, dude, somebody, who was it? Was it B. Hannon? Was it you that sent me a link to this the other day? Let me pull up my Twitter. Hold on. Let me do this and see. Twitter. Where's my Twitter at? Give me my Twitters, bitches. Twitter.com. Oh my gosh, why do I have 8 tweets? This cannot be real. What is this? God damn! Oh, hell. Look. Patrick Randall. You guys gotta see this video. Oh my fucking God. This is the greatest thing ever. Just like me on the show. I can't wait for y'all to see this chat. I gotta save this. Oh my God, this is so funny. What's today, the 8th? Oh my God, this is fucking outstanding, P. Randizzle. Holy shit. Oh my God. I can't wait for you guys to see this. Oh my God. I'm responding to him now. Downloading now for today's show. Let's see. I think it was B. Hannon. B. Hannon, did you send that to me? And was it on Instagram? Let's see. Instagram.com. Let's see. Messages. There we go. Brandon Hannon. There we go. Line it up. Yeah, it's a YouTube video. So you guys, I won't be able to, you can't hear this. It's a short from Vice. But she basically said she makes $1.5 million a day. Amaranth. And she lives here in Katy, apparently. She said, I make about $1.5 million a month. That's what it's been the past few months. She said, people often ask me how I stream every day. I am. That's what I got. Yeah, she's a juggernaut on Twitch, though. I wish y'all could hear this. I didn't know she was in Katy, but yeah, she's a juggernaut, Terrence. She just makes a killing on here. I told Nora that. She was like, you need to get your ass a hot tub. Katy, no, I live north. She's out west. No, I'm not gonna raid her. That is a waste of time. Did you just pick the raid? God damn it. I hate you, Reyes, you raggedy bitch. Shit. I can't say no. He used his money. We got a raider. Fuck. All right. Yeah, that's what I got, Donna. I got the tweet from the old lady. P. Randizzles. I'm about to play it right now. Oh my God, this is so funny. So freaking funny. Shows. There we go. Yo, this I ain't never seen no shit like this. Is like me though. This is exactly me. This is why they won't let me be a spokesperson for anybody. I told a lot of times what media people will do once they're in the biz, like radio or TV, when they get out of the biz, they'll go be a spokesperson for somebody. Let's see. She lives in Katy. $1 million a month. Why'd you say stalker mush? How do you know that she lives in Katy? I mean, it's all out there. Seems good Holly is greater than Amaranth. Who is Seems good Holly? I don't know who that is. What did Patrick send? Go look at the tweet from the old lady. She says, you don't need to go look at the tweet from the old lady. I'm going to show it right here. She says it on her streams. She on Now. You should raid her. Barry, is that close to you? Raid her. I live in Katy now, and I've been to Kroger's a lot. Haven't seen her, but I get looks from BOD on the speakerphone. Raid her sounds bad. Yes, you can pull some of her followers. I doubt it. She definitely shops at Whole Foods. Almost unbelievable. Yeah. Didn't Whole Foods get caught lying about their meat? I don't know. Okay, 6,000 watching now. Yeah, Terrence. It's crazy, Terrence. It's crazy town. It's unbelievable. So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me in the least. And she does all kind of weird, like, shit. All right, here's the video from P. Randizzle. Just watch this. Can you guys, let me see if this is working. Let me see if the audio is working here. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear her go, Tooth Pete hit 7K Sunday midday? Yeah, he was probably front page. Good for him. They don't never give me front page, man. They gave it to me the one time. They don't give a fuck about me. Okay, so you could hear. Okay, so this is a lady doing a press conference. Just listen. Just listen with your earballs. Let me zoom. Okay, this should be okay. Here we go. Here's a lovely little press conference.
We're getting a slight increase in the number of doses that we'll be getting to the state.
That's got to be fake. That has to be fake. Tell me that's fake.
We're getting a slight increase
That's gotta
in the number
be
of
fake.
doses.
Somebody added that. Somebody added that. Somebody Snopes this shit. That is. I'm sorry. I've already laughed at it, so it's not as funny to me. That's got to be fake, though. Is that real? Because first of all, I've totally been there on this show, probably today, like 5 times. That is.
We're getting a slight.
She's like Booger on Revenge of the Nerds. Nerds! Remember they did the burping contest? Yo, that lady. That's Alabama? Oh, never mind. Say no more, fam. You can see on her jacket right there, it says Bama. Say no more. That is Bama's finest right there. Fun fact, she won Miss Alabama in 1937. Yeah, that was part of her training to be Miss Alabama. You got to be able to burp like a horse. Fall died. I mean, that's next level burping shit, right? Too much sweet tea.
We're getting a slight increase in the number of doses.
I mean, like she makes me feel like a puss when I burp on this show. Like it's just, man. That was from the movie Grown Ups. Was it? So it's a fake burp? Is this not real? Oh, see, I knew it was too good to be true. I'm surprised people ain't passing out. I know, like, it has to be fake. It's funny as shit, though, the first time you see it.
A slight increase in the number of doses that we'll be getting.
See, that's what I said, Dre. When you first see it, you're like, holy fuck, that's hilarious. But then I'm like, I don't know if that's real. I hear it like an echo. Flips at her queefs must be superb. Sounds like she's shotgunning Natty Lights. Right, chica? She's like, well, time to do a press conference. Let's go. Like bonging a fifth and shit. Total Dallas said that can't be faked. That is a I fucking meant it burp. She just choked a Bud Light. Something happened. Maybe a Four Loko. I don't know.
We're getting a slight increase.
Be fake. That's gotta be fake. And now I gotta Google this shit. I gotta Google it. I gotta know. I gotta Snopes this. Old lady burp, Alabama. Why does this say old lady wears the beef? Old lady beats up robber. Old lady buried in clothes meme. Damn, old lady burp, Alabama. A special message from Kay Ivey. That's Kay Ivey. She's a politician serving the 54th. Okay. Education. 77 burp diaper ideas. What? Kay Ivey started. Wait a minute. What is this? The Gettysburg Foundation, governor of Alabama burping. No, this doesn't look good at all. That's not a website I want to be on. I don't see it on Snopes. K. Ivey burp. Governor K. Ivey burps. Is this real? Let's see. Did K. Ivey burp during why does it say during the Civil War? She's not that old. Google, you fucking asshole. I swear to God. Google auto-completed, because that's apparently K. Ivey from Alabama. And I just put, did K. Ivey burp during? Google auto-completed the Civil War. She's not that old, Google. You asshole. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Yeah, damn the South. Her burps will rise again. That's so funny. Alabama governor apologizes for racist skit. Oh, hell. Meemaw K. Ivy, a blessing to the state of Alabama. No. I'm not seeing it yet, so we'll just have to Snopes it. We'll have to wait for Snopes to come out. Let's see. Hold on. Let me try that. K. Ivy burp Snopes. No, Alabama Governor K. Ivy's not in the photo protesting. Nope. That doesn't say anything yet. It must have just happened, so pretty interesting. Pretty hilarious, though. We're going to go from this to the hot tub chick. Yeah. Worse acid reflux than LZ. Oh, good on you. Good on ya. Good on ya, sir. What time is it? 4:50. All right. Wind it up. I wonder, Amaranth might not even let people raid, if I'm being honest, because you can turn off raids, and she probably is like, nah, y'all aren't gravy training on my 5,715 people. What is she doing right now? She's walking around her house. Well, that's a dope-ass house. I couldn't imagine making one. I'm going to be honest with you, chap. If I made $1.5 million a month, I think I would do this show for 2 years, and then I'd call it. For real. I would. Boy. I almost used a word I don't think I'm allowed to use on here. It rhymes with limps. With a couple of those in the chat, that's for sure. It's just crazy. But yeah, she's got 6 million followers. Hey, we're pretty close. We got let me go to my channel. We got 533. We're on our way. Are we still watching the video of Karen getting arrested? No, we don't have time. We'll do it tomorrow, Evil Death. We'll do it tomorrow, I promise. I promise. Who has 6 million burping governor? I don't know. Tiger Stripes, what's up? Wow, what? Oh, no. Amaranth has 6 million followers on Twitter or Twitch. Pretty crazy. She's got 5,700 people watching. Unbelievable. Yes, where's Karen? We're going to do it tomorrow. I promise we'll do it tomorrow. Shit. Okay. I think I'm caught up now. Yes. And we got a lot more slides done. So we got Jeff Saturday done. We got Kyrie done. Oh, one thing I didn't do that I meant to get to today. Last thing, too. This was a pretty crazy stat. No, definitely not the governor with 6 million followers. Amaranth, am I saying that right? Yep, Titan Hugo. You think Titan Hugo wasn't going to let me go without doing this shit? I know, Reyes, we need a hot tub. With these big old fat titties? Come on, look at that. Look at that, pimp. Come on, man. I'm trying to lose them. Let's get Liddy with Ghost Rose in her chat. She knows we're from Houston. Oh, that's a good point. Tell her yeah, Ghost Rose. We all are from Houston. Don't be like you, because you live in Katy on 113 Pine Street on just a total Dallas is stalking ass. But hey, Tiger Stripe said, have a great night. Got to go do some church production. Oh, dude. You as well. Have a good evening. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Don't be a stranger. Did you miss, by the way, all the college football talk? I even mentioned you sending me your stuff. So you probably missed it. That's okay. I think Holly from ESPN and Amaranth are same age. I don't know that. I don't know. How much do you get to show them already? What are you talking about? Barry, send her a DM and be like, hey, I noticed you're also in Texas. Should we hot tub collab? Right? McLovin be like, hey, so I can't help but notice that we are both on Twitch. We both have D cups. And we're both in Houston. Huh? Girl? Let's do a co-stream in the hot tub. Hello? Did she block? She blocked me. That's funny. You have to follow her channel to be able to chat. Okay. Well, you guys go follow. Everybody go follow. And then, and then chat it up. Tell her how much. I guarantee you we won't even be able to raid. All right, here's the story from Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is now the 5th running back since 1950. 5th. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. 5th running back since 1950 to have 17 or more games with 100-plus rush yards and 2+ rush touchdowns in their first 7 seasons. Joining, listen to this list, LaDainian Tomlinson, Jim Brown, Emmitt Smith, and Sean Alexander. That's a pretty damn good list to be a part of. And as much as I give the Titans shit, and I think they're one-dimensional, their one dimension is Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry is a beast. Excuse me. Sorry. Shout out K. Ivy. Shout out K. Ivy. What? Let's go. Get him, Gub. Get him.
And the number of doses that we'll be getting to the state.
What, bitch? Get him. I said get him.
They are, we're getting a slight increase in the number of doses that we'll be getting to the state.
I can't stop watching that. What if you invite Amaranth to one of your comedy shows? No. Guys, I'm not going to try to reach out to Amaranth like I'm a simp. I used the word I shouldn't have. I think it's like a bannable word. Yeah, that is true. Titan Hugo, no Barry Sanders on that list, right? There's several names you could think of on that list that aren't there. Think about how many good running backs there have been. And that's it. That's the whole list since 1950. Damn. It's pretty good company. Yeah, I'm not gonna just like, I don't know. I'm not gonna do that. That would seem weird. I did that with, well, I mean, I didn't do that, but there's a comic. Her name is Lauren Compton. And she's a stand-up. She's originally from Austin, I think. I forget how I found her or learned about her. I don't remember. But I was like, oh, she's an Austin comic. But she's like been in Playboy, and she has like an OnlyFans, and she does all this shit. But I was like, I wanted to get her on because she did something. She was doing some kind of big show or something like that, and she does comedy. And I thought it was interesting that, you know, how is that doing Playboy and OnlyFans and all that shit? How does that affect your comedy, good or bad? And do people take you serious and this, that? And I hit her up on Instagram, and I was like, hey, you know, I'm a comic in Houston. Would love to have you on my show, talk comedy and what it's like being a female in the business and, you know, your story and this, that. And she didn't respond. She didn't reply back. And I thought, you know, I must look like a fucking creep. Yeah, I must look like a creep because that's, and then I was like, all right, well, I'm never doing that again. I just won't do it. That's too much. I probably won't drink tonight, Tiger Stripes. But if I do, I will have one for you as well, homie. Appreciate you, man. Twitch lets us order our channels now. I don't know what that means. Oh, like custom order? Points well spent. All right, here we go. We're going to raid. This is it. Show's over, folks. Sorry, folks. Park's closed. Moose out front. Should have told you. The governor must be drinking St. Arnold or Carbach. Yeah, you got sidecasts. Are you going to sidecast some World Cup? Probably not. I just don't even, I mean, I wouldn't even have an educated way of talking about it. Barry didn't play long enough. Yeah, Titan Hugo. 3 of those guys were old as dirt. Yeah, but that was their first 7 years. That's the thing. Mighty Mod, I love you, buddy. Yeah, that's what you failed to realize, Mina. That stat was for their first 7 years in the league. Love you too, Tiger Stripes. All right. Hey, shout out to our 4 new followers. Thank you guys for all the cheers. Poor Marine. That's crazy. You're a wild man. Thank you to Steve-O for the gifted subs. Excuse me, what was it? Fat-O? But no, for real, man. Thank you guys for being here. I'm sorry that we missed yesterday. Thanks for having a deep conversation with me about Kyrie and not freaking out. I'd be like, that's it. Shut it down. I'm unfollowing. Although at this point, as many as those as we've had, I figure if I haven't run you guys off yet with a serious conversation about race or humanity, I guess I won't at this point. Although maybe some new ones will be like, oh wait, I didn't know shit gets deep around here. Every once in a while. Hey, there it goes. Fatso. Thank you for the 13 bits, man. All right, deckheads, I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. 2 to 4. Now, we'll do 2 to 5, but 2 to 4 live, and then we'll do the private show for the Patreon. And don't forget, I'll be sidecasting Thursday Night Football tomorrow as well. All right. Until then, do me 3 favors. Be safe. Be kind. And most important, love each other. I'll see you tomorrow. Later, Jared. All right. I can't believe I'm going to do this. I gotta raid this chick that doesn't give a shit. This is gonna look so fucking thirsty. Oh my God, she got 6,800 people watching. Let's see, raid, Amaranth, start raid. 14 viewers are ready to raid. That's it, 19 of you raggedy hoes, that's it. Putting my reputation on the line. 22, all right, here we go, bye. And he's making a YouTube video.